Welcome to the Sunday service, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. Nice to see each and everyone. I see everyone at Jo Delani's side. I see Amy. I see SBK. Welcome, welcome. I know you're wondering who is this. So we are multi-streaming. My name is Goga. I'm from Kenya, and I'm hosting the beautiful Jo Delani this evening. I'm going to bring her up in the next 7 minutes or so. So just be patient with me. So I'm just trying to use this moment to welcome everyone. Let's get some bit of music going on as I get to know you guys. We get people to arrive, share the live stream out so that people can come and be part of this beautiful story. I want you guys to do me a favor if you're watching from my channel here in Kenya. I want you to click on the pinned link. It will take you directly to Jo Delani's channel. We are multi-streaming, so the live stream is both happening on my side and her side. So the best you can do is click on the pinned link on the top of my chat, and then it will take you directly to her stream. And then you can watch the live stream from there and stay there, because she's going to be there until we finish the live stream. So do me that favor, all right? Let me confirm a few things here that the music is running. Yes, so some bit of music here as we arrive. Yeah, Nderitu, nice to see you. SBK is saying, greetings, Goga. Greetings to you, SBK. Nice to see you. SBK is from the Jo Delani family. Welcome. Guys, if you don't know who Jo Delani is, Nightbot is going to drop her link. She's my Tribe Goga channel member. So make sure you connect to Jo Delani. I see baking and cooking. Nice to see you. Welcome. I see you guys are arriving. I see Kevin. Kevin, you're my namesake. Welcome, Kevin. Kevin Koppenin. Salute Jo Delani, my client, everybody in the chat as well. Oh my goodness, Jo Delani, you have somebody who knows you here. Helen Akoya, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in as well. Yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice to see each and everyone. I see Blessed Life Journey. That's my exclusive Goga channel member. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in. Do me a favor, click on the pinned link, go to Jo Delani, give us some love. I want to see you guys on Jo Delani's live stream. Get out of my live stream, go to Jo Delani's live stream. Go there. Genesis, you are the designate moderator at Jo Delani's live stream today. You're going to be the designated moderator. Rooted and Essential Oils, welcome. Thank you so much. Rooted and Essential Oils is in the building. That's also my other channel member. Thank you so much for coming in, Famous. And once again, congratulations on your 1K. And thank you for the giveaway. Thank you for the giveaway yesterday. Yeah, thank you so much for the giveaway. SBK says, Goga, Jo has told me so much about you. Oh my God, I need to know. She will come and explain herself. She will definitely come and explain herself. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Genesis, you are the designated moderator on the other side. But I'm sending my people as well there. So yeah, guys, please, if you don't have people, jump on Jo Delani's side so that you can go and meet SBK. You can go and meet Kevin. You can go and meet, all these people coming in through there. Shamid, welcome, Shamid. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. How you doing? Wamuyu Rainbag, nice to see you. How is your Sunday? Unlock the village from Rwanda. Hey, the world is here. So you guys kept time. I told you guys not to be late for the Sunday service, and you guys are coming through. Thank you. Do me a favor, go to the other side and connect to Jo Delani and stay there. You can watch the live stream from there. I don't mind. I'd rather have 0 people watching on my side, but I want to see all the 15 of you on the other side. We need to support that channel. That channel needs to grow. That channel needs to be at 300 by the time I end this interview. Make it happen. It needs to be at 300 by the time I finish this interview. So the best you can do is support that house so that it can grow. I see Goga, you said by the end of the week or by the end of the... I don't know what happened, Derito, I don't know what happened. Let me tell you, I was just speaking to... I was talking to somebody just like a while ago, and I was saying I wanted to get to 5K by the end of the week. And then before I realized it, I'm at 5K. Somebody must have been hearing me in the bush. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I'm just I'm still trying to I've not even accepted it. I've not accepted it because I manifested 5K before the week ends. I got 5K in 10 hours. And they've kind of stuck. I don't know what video is being, where those subscribers came from. I don't know. Yeah, so guys, I will talk about it later when I've already absorbed it. I'm still not believing that I'm at 5K. Hey, Power Plus Nature, nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Let me bring Jo so that she can be with me there temporarily as she settles in. You can see her there ready, so that you guys know she's ready. She kept time. So Say hi to somebody you don't know. We have like 2 more minutes before I give her a chance to like say something. Yeah, she's there. Look at that background. Look at that background. Look at that background. It's just ETV. Welcome. It's just ETV. I'm seeing all these amazing people from Jo Delani's community, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And thank you for the support you're giving her. 21 million people in the house. Good, good, good. Now you're doing the Lord's work. Now you are doing the Lord's work. Welcome to the Sunday service. Welcome to the Sunday service. I have said that channel, we are not leaving the interview until it gets to 300. So make sure you make it happen. And then I see Ticket Vision, Ticket Commission. Welcome. These are new amazing people from Jo Delani's community. Jo Delani has a very beautiful community. Yo. Jason and Gina, welcome. That's my channel member right there. Thank you so much for coming in, JNG. Nice to see you. Ticket Commission says, hit the like button. Yes, guys. Hit the like button. Or do you want my song to actually say, let's go? Let's make it through. That's what we love to do. Hit that like, share, subscribe, and let's make it through. That's what we love to do. Hit that like, share, subscribe, and let's make it through. 1 more minute and then we start this conversation. 1 more minute. Guys, are you liking the video on Jo Delani's side? I'm not seeing you liking. Let me come there so that I can. You people think I'm not there. Let me come there right now. I see 14 million people there. Yes. Hi, everyone. Jo Delani, I see your live stream is running and there are 14 people there. Just stay there. We have to give her a like. I see 14 people there. Hi, everyone. You think I'm not there? I am there. I'm there. I am there with you guys. I need that shirt, Goga. Okay, famous. I will make it happen. Dottie Dora K Explorer. Welcome to the live stream. Let me highlight your name because that name I don't want to butcher it. Yeah, let's go. Hit that like, share, subscribe, share us out. Share the live stream out. That in fact, I want you to share Jo Delani's out, share my live stream out. Bring all those people to come for the Sunday service. Tell them the Sunday service is starting. Power Plus, thank you so much for sharing. Yes. Jason and Jenna saying hi to everyone. Timo TV, welcome. Thank you so much. Salute, brother. Thank you so much for coming in. Deritu, did you get a feedback from YouTube? Deritu just got to 3,000 watch hours, guys. So I'm waiting for that feedback from YouTube. Dottie is sending thumbs up. Wait, what did I click? It's just ETV. Welcome. Special ability learning. Welcome. Nice to see you. The birthday girl. Welcome once again. Hey, you guys are doing an amazing job. Baking and cooking once again. Nice to see you. Guys, it's we're already on the 11th minute mark. Let me bring the co-host up so that we can start like having our own conversation. But we are still settling in and then we can start our talk. Jo Delani in the flesh. Welcome. Please unmute so that you can say something. Someone says they love your background.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. You can hear me?
About this yes, we can hear you very well. Talk to us about this background. It looks nice. I like how it does that arch and then there are lights and
I had it made. If you can see, it's a lighthouse, and that's what I've always honestly.
Nice.
I asked for that specific thing to be used because I see myself as a light in this world. That's what I want to be. I want to be a light for this world, and it's actually emotional for me. But that's why I wanted the lighthouse.
I love it. Can you block the camera a bit? Just block your camera a bit. Just block it. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Looks beautiful. She says that the lighthouse is what inspired this background. And she says that the reason that she picked this particular background is because she sees herself as a light to each and everybody that she's interacting with. It is beautiful. Jo, you can uncover the mic. Famous is saying Jo is giving me the Virgin Mary with the background. Yeah.
No.
And then I see Just a Yogi. Just a Yogi is also from your beautiful community. Just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement. Happy International Yoga Day. I was celebrating the International Day of Yoga today. Earlier on today, I was on a live stream. We were having a very beautiful event, courtesy of the Indian High Commission here in Kenya. And it's so nice to see Just a Yogi here in the building. I'm glad I'm not the only yogi. And then Just a Yogi says, Jo Delani is certainly a light. Is certainly a light. I see Island Sisters. And then everybody just says, Jo, I love that introduction. I love that introduction. She's not even started the interview. And you guys are already like, getting her there. And don't worry, guys. Feel free to connect to all these people. If you're on my side, I want you to jump on the other side and go support Jo Delani. Subscribe to that channel because amazing things. You're going to hear very amazing things. We need that channel to be at 300. I don't know why it's at 218. I need that channel to be at 300, and I know you can make it happen. So jump on the other side and make sure you are connected to that house. Make sure that you are connected to that house. Everybody's enjoying the background flow. And Ted, nice to see you. I thought I saw somebody there on the chat that I didn't say hi to, and I need to say hi to them real quick. I said hi to Island Sisters. Yes. And then Just a Yogi is giving you your flowers, Joe. He says, and she's certainly a light. Did you know that your client was here? Who is Kevin? Who is Kevin?
That's my attorney.
Oh, wow.
My social media attorney.
Joe, when I said you come to the live stream, I didn't mean that you bring your lawyer as well. I mean, I know I love you, but I didn't mean that I didn't mean that you go and bring a lawyer. You bring, really? Guys, I was
covered spiritually. I'm covered physically.
Oh my goodness! I was like, hey Joe, my client, and I'm like, I thought it was either you are, maybe you are a fitness trainer or something, but then I'm like, you're a lawyer. Whoa, yo, okay. We have lawyers in the room, guys, so behave. She's covered. I see Barry walking exercise. Thank you so much, Barry. Nice to see you. Thank you guys for supporting Jo Delani. I'm glad to see all of you are there. Stay there. Watch the interview from there. I'm glad that there are 5 people on my side. I want you guys to watch the interview from Jo Delani's side. Watch it from there. And then you can come back. You can come back here later on. And then I see. Let me see. I see. Who else is here? I think I've covered everything. Walking with Goldie. Welcome. Nice to see you walking. I'm seeing very new names, so I'm trying to welcome your people as much as possible. Genesis GO3P is the moderator on that side, so GO3 will be welcoming people on my behalf there. I know my moderator is here, and then there are those of you who are just bragging how rich you are. Goga, I am watching from both ends. I'm watching from both ends. I have extra devices. I have an iPhone. I have an iPad. I have a MacBook. I have a TV. I know this is a subtle way of telling me that they are rich and blessed.
They're rich.
Okay, thank you so much if you're watching me from, you're also watching me on that other side. So thank you so much everyone for joining the Sunday service. We are going to start our conversation right now. Holidays Without Passport, nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Have you liked the video? Have you subscribed to her channel? Now stay there, watch there for a bit. Receipts later, because I know some of you don't like missing receipts. You'll come back for the receipts later. You can give me a thumbs up here and then you jump on Jo Delani. If you get tired there, you can open a new tab and then come and give me another thumbs up, and you pick a struggle. Some of you are wealthy enough, you can stay on both sides. It's perfectly fine. All right, so without further ado, let me welcome the gracious co-host. Let me just get better music. She told me that she's okay with any music, but I want to get music that is more something relaxing, something relaxing. I don't want to play my own anthem. Jo Delani, I think you like this one. It's very quiet, chill, nice. Yeah, we'll do this. In case it interferes, just let me know, and then I can reduce it. But I think it's fine. All right. Guys, with me today is Jo Delani. She's going to introduce herself because she's my co-host today for the Sunday service. Jo Delani, she's going to talk about her channel. I met Jo Delani through Genesis 1, who I interviewed like 2 weeks ago. Very uplifting people, very uplifting people. And I always tell you guys, your network is your network. Had I not met Genesis, I would have not met Jo Delani. And Genesis did an amazing job. The last time she was on the Sunday service, and we had a very great conversation. And I did get to like chat with Jo from then. And Jo started a new channel. I think the channel is barely like 3 weeks old, probably 3 weeks. Jo, am I right? Yeah, probably 3 weeks old. She started a channel. And it's barely 3 weeks old. And I remember when I connected to her channel, I wanted to like appreciate what does she do on that channel. So I went and looked at the things she does on that channel. Guys, I loved her story. I love, there's always like, there are channels you connect to just because you need to connect to. And then there are those channels where you go and actually see the video and the story they're trying to tell. And you're like, I need to have this lady on the show. People need to like see this lady. People need to come and appreciate her story. And that's why she's here at the Sunday service. So I spoke to her. We agreed on a date. And, today was like the perfect day for us to do this. She was to do this last weekend, but she requested for this day specifically. And I'm going to talk about the significance of this particular day. Because I know last Sunday we were all observing her Father's Day. And, most of us, our fathers may not be around right now, but we do appreciate that the kind of work that they played and the kind of role that they played, during their lifetime when they were raising us, and even the father figures in the room. So, Jo Delani, you want to introduce yourself real quick before I get into the nitty-gritties of all those details I've given. So please introduce yourself to this beautiful community watching you. We are multi-streaming, so if you're watching from my channel, I've put up the pinned link. You can jump on Jo's channel so that you can also watch the live stream from her side, so that we can also give her that watch hour push. Jo Delani, without further ado, please introduce yourself to these beautiful people.
Hello. My name is Jo Delani, literally. And I'm honored. I'm very, very humbled. I'm very, very emotional right now. It's just to be here, just to have him even ask me to interview me. I was very humbled, and I even sent him a video telling him I was just so honored, because I always have a tendency of not seeing myself, or I don't look at myself as being somebody who would want to be known, right? But anyway, I am in Texas. I am actually on the 29th, which I don't know if that'll be Friday, Saturday,
yes,
Sunday.
It'll be Saturday.
Saturday. I'll be 53.
Whoa! Wow! Nice.
On the 29th, I'll be 53 years old. And that's why it was this time around last year, it was very emotional for me. But anyway, so I'm a single mother. I have several children that I've been blessed with, and I didn't have to carry into this world. But the one child I did carry into this world, he's 16 years old. He's a boy.
Nice.
And we are actually honoring him this coming week. He's in a camp this week, so I'm actually remote right now. But anyway, I'm a single professional career. I have a professional career. I have been in my career for 25 years now. And I'm single. Did I mention that?
You did mention it, but now that you say it,
Yes. I am of Hispanic descent. What else? But anyway, so today is I think you wanted me to mention, today is very, very special, very emotional for me. And I actually, when he told me to choose a Sunday, I saw what today was, and it fell on a Sunday. Today, a year ago today, my father won his reward, and he is resting at peace now. He's in a better place than I am, so I can't be sad. I can't be selfish. This is how I think about it, right? Every time that I start missing him and wanting to run to him to ask him for advice, I think, his earthly body was ready to let go, and he's resting in peace now. And he is in a much better place than me. So,
Wow, wow.
um,
How old was he? I'm just curious because if you're turning 53 next week, he must have really lived.
he was 74.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
I
Wow.
was his oldest. I was his oldest child.
Oh wow. And my condolences on the loss of your dad. That was 1 year ago. And just out of respect of that, and thank you so much for also just choosing to grace our platform on a special day because it's a very momentous day for you. Just trying to deal with the feels and the emotional turmoil that comes with losing a parent. I've been there, so I totally would relate. Guys, we are just going to observe a minute silence. So in case you are on the chat, I just kindly request us to like observe a minute silence in honor of Joe's dad, and to anybody else who may have lost their parents or their parent figure in the recent past, because I know there are some people who are grieving right now. So let us observe a minute silence in honor of Joe's dad, and then we can continue with the conversation. So I'll observe that silence even on the chat, so you can just hold on to the typing for a bit out of respect, and then we'll be back in about a minute. I will do a screen for that particular purpose. You don't need to worry. Once the screen ends, then we'll be done with our 1 minute. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for that respect, and thank you for the chat. Thank you so much for the respect you accorded Joey's dad, and I really appreciate that. Um, Joey, we just want to say, I think there are very beautiful messages for you on the chat. I just want to highlight them for you. Number one, you're being told that, for you to have been here, he was one of a kind. Goldie tells you that he's there with you in your heart every step. Then you have a message from Island Sisters who says, "You're beautiful, Joe. My condolences. I'm sure your dad is so proud of you being so brave and vulnerable." SBK says he's watching and he's very proud of you, bestie. He did a wonderful job. So you're getting a lot of affirmations and love, and everybody's just like telling you that they're here with you. They're here with you during this momentous occasion. And thank you so much for, I don't take it for granted that you picked a day that you'll be like, you should be honoring your dad to come and join the Sunday service. It's a very high honor. And I always tell people that I don't take it for granted because yes, you can request someone to come and have a conversation with you, but it's a privilege when they actually choose to sit with you because it's their space, it's their story, it's everything. So thank you so much for also gracing the Sunday service and for us accepting my invitation for you to come and share your story. You have a very remarkable story. You lost over 300 pounds.
350 pounds.
350 pounds, and I keep making a joke every single time. That's like 3 people, that's like 4 people. And it's a very remarkable journey because I'm in the space of wellness space, yoga, fitness. I've worked so hard, in terms of like, helping at least even a number of clients also just get very positive about their body and everything. 350 pounds is not a mean feat, Joe. What happened? Like, where does the story begin? I don't even know what I want to ask, but What happened? Like, that's a huge decision. Like, how did you just lose 350 pounds? What's the story?
Well, it's not overnight. You don't. My dad actually used to always tell me, "You
Yeah.
didn't gain it overnight, so you're not going to lose it overnight."
Oof.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure and mention that because a lot of people get very uptight that they don't see the loss, right? They
Yeah.
don't see that it's going away. So you didn't gain it overnight. And in my case, I will talk about my personal story. I
Yes.
was always a big kid. I was from 9 years old. I remember finding and some people have heard my story before, but so I'm going to act like nobody's ever heard my story.
Yes.
So at 9 years old, I had a traumatic event in my childhood. Okay. And my father was my sole parent. I was raised by my father. Okay. And he remarried, and I was blessed with my stepmother. I've never called her my stepmother. And my
Mm.
father, that's where I learned blended families and things like that. I have older sisters that my father raised, and we were a great loving family growing up. Um,
Yeah.
but I was still going through that traumatic event that happened when I was young. And you wouldn't have known. I was that child that you wouldn't have known I was going through anything because I ate. I use food as comfort. Okay.
Mm.
And so I wasn't one of those that you'll speak to some women that tell you they were yo-yo dieters and they were always trying to lose weight and they were going through these diets, and that wasn't Joe. I continued to gain weight. By the time I was 30 years old, I found myself at 525 pounds
Wow.
at 30 years old. And at that time in my life, I never had a child. Around 33, I married a man, and I realized, oh, I can have a child, you know? And so that was my at that age I started wanting to. I'm married now, and we started trying to plan a family to have together.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a child. And I knew some traumatic events had happened. I knew I couldn't have a child if I was going to be that heavy. So I went ahead and started trying to plan to be able to have a child and lose some weight.
Mm.
So that was my driving force to wanting to lose weight. Um, so I did have weight loss surgery in 2005. Uh, I was morbidly obese, okay, because I was 525 pounds at my highest recorded weight. I know I was probably heavier because they put you on a liquid diet to try to lose some weight and everything. So I'm sure I was heavier. But the top recorded weight the day of surgery, I was 525 pounds. And
Wow.
I had weight loss surgery. Um, and so originally I lost 200 pounds in 2 years. And I had my son when I was 36 years old.
Wow. Wow.
I was
Uh,
still, uh-huh.
just carry on. Just carry on. Just carry on. I'll ask.
You, s- did you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, yeah, just go ahead. I'll ask the
Oh,
next question.
okay. So the reason I say that, but when I first had my child, I mean, when I first had my surgery, my reason for wanting to have the surgery was because I wanted to have a child, right? But I
Mm.
hadn't started healing from the reason I had gained all the weight, right?
Yeah.
And so after I had my child, I gained weight again because I had a child. I went
Mm.
back up to about 400. I think it was 402. I can actually remember. I went back up to about 402 after I had my baby. And so after that, it was like now, because weight loss surgery is only a tool. It's only something that'll help you in the meantime to lose the weight, but you have to learn to keep off the weight. You have to
Mm.
learn, you have to make a lifestyle change to not use food the way you used to use it. Even if you can't eat as much or anything, there's ways to gain the weight. I'm sure everybody here has seen people have gained weight again. So I had to literally make it a point to learn to eat again and to lose weight again, right?
Mm.
And because I had gained again, and I did have there was some problems that I had with the surgery, and in 2016 um, I had that fixed, and I started learning to change my lifestyle. I started learning, but I had to also reach in and figure out why did I gain the weight in the first place. And I realized it was that trauma from when I was a child, and that's where I speak on the healing part.
Wow. I like there's one thing you said about you looked for a motivation in terms of losing that weight, and for you it was getting your son, the 16-year-old. What's his name, if I could ask?
Riley. His
Riley.
name is Riley.
Yeah, for you to get Riley back then, and so I just want to circle back to, you know, you said from 9 years old, food used to be like a comfort for you, in terms of dealing with certain things. But when you circle back and you just go back to, and growing up, what was that like? Because when it comes to weight, weight has always been a source of even people being body shamed. I'm assuming you're a young girl, you're in a school, you have classmates, you have to go to school. It's either they're making fun of you or something, being too chubby. It is when you become a teenage girl and adolescence kicks in, and it is the boys don't find you that, I mean, I'm just trying to imagine you growing up as a girl. What was that like? What was that like?
So I was always a big girl. I was always teased.
Yeah.
But I've always been a person that I can make friends with anybody. And I've always been very open. I've never said, oh, I'm not going to make friends with that person. And
Yeah.
I've always been I always build good rapport with a lot of different people and just
Yeah.
all people. I've never been the type of person that just, you know, didn't make friends with, like in high school there's the popular ones, or there's the athletes, or there's the low life is what they called them back then. And I made friends
Yeah.
with everybody. I made friends with everybody, and I had the guys that were shunned the most. They had my back. I'd be walking, and if somebody teased me, they were they were getting on them, right? But
Mm.
I never actually had any boyfriends or anything like that. It
Mm.
was always, I grew up and I was always thinking nobody likes, I guess this was in my head that nobody likes big girls. I learned that different when I grew up. But when I was growing up, I didn't think boys at the time, boys didn't like big girls. They just teased big girls, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually had in high school, I actually had someone that it was just one boy that always liked me. And I met him when I was a senior already. So I'm already at the end of my high school years.
Mm.
And I met him, and I thought he was the only one that was ever going to like me. And so, which was something that I learned in my 30s. Literally, I didn't learn until my 30s that that was not true. It was not going to be that way. I did not know until I was in my 30s that there was men out there that actually did like big girls.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but I was teased and everything, but I always made friends with, I was always the friend. I was always, even today, I'm a friend. I'm a friend before anything else. That's why I'm still single, right? So
I love that. The gentleman who are watching, yeah, she said she's single as part of the introduction. And to the people who just came in, nice to see you, Latoya. I see Canadian. I see all these amazing people coming in. I see Rich Negu Prime IRLT. Very interesting names there on the chat. Thank you so much, each and everyone, for joining in. Ellie said, "What?" Amber Angel's Truth. Nice to see you. If you're just joining the live stream, I've sent everybody to Joe's side. So I know some people are there. Goga, where is everyone? I'm like, no, they are all watching from Joe's side. So just click on the link. It will kick you to Joe's live stream. The interview is happening on both channels. We are multi-streaming on both Yoga with Goga, my channel, and also Joe's channel. We want to support her channel, and then we need to get that channel to 300. Okay, that is our mission. So there are like 30 of you looking at me right now. You can get that channel to 300 by the time we are finished with the conversation. So everybody is on Jo Delani's side of the live stream. So you can all jump there and give us support. Just click on the pinned link. It will take you directly to the live stream. And then stay there. Once you land there, just stay there. Watch. Everybody else is watching from there. That's a remarkable story. And, I'm just trying to imagine, growing up. What was that like, especially being a girl, and you're being raised single-handedly, with your dad. Where was mom? I mean, because somebody may be curious, just to somebody may be asking. You're a girl, and you're being raised by a male figure. What was that experience like? Because we are ordinarily used to, for lack of a better word, we are ordinarily used to a situation where it's the father who is never really there, so the
Right.
mothers end up taking the bulk of the work. So tell us about that upbringing.
That wasn't in my case. And
Yeah.
that's always been something that actually gotten into arguments as I was younger because, of course, that is something that is very prevalent or that is more normal today. That women usually are the ones that take care of the kids, like me today, right? I'm
Mm.
I'm a I'm a single mother,
Yeah.
but that wasn't the case in mine. I happened to be the person that brought me into this world chose not to stay in her children's life and left my father. My father was actually, he was 30 years old
Oh,
and
wow.
he was a single father with three kids. And I was his oldest at the time, and I had two baby brothers. So that's the way it happened. And um, my father did remarry, as I said. I was blessed. I was blessed with a guardian angel on this earth. That's my mom.
Mm.
That's my mother.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
to this day, right? Her and my father were married 43 years last year, you know,
Oh, wow.
and she loved my father till death do us part. And my father loved her and took care of her. And when they got married, she had three girls, three daughters, and
Mm.
my father and her raised us all. And those are my sisters.
Nice.
So I ended up, it was hard, when we became a blended family and I'm the only girl and three more sisters come in one day and they get married. And so it was tough, but we grew up and they're my sisters to this day. And we're very
Wow.
close. We're very close. I'm very close with my mother. Um, very, very close actually. And I tell her, I believe all things happen for a reason. I know
Mm.
that when she came into my life, God came into my life. That's when I learned of God. And that's when I was blessed. And that's when I was saved, honestly. It's like it was all meant to be. I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe you came, and asked me to interview me today. I believe that happened for a reason. And I told you I'm a baby cry. I'm sorry.
No worries.
But I am very emotional. But because everything I say with
From
my heart. I know that there's people in the chat that have told me that I'm too emotional.
No,
But I
it's
have
happening. It's perfectly fine. We got you. We got you. We've cried here before. It's perfectly fine. It's a free space. And thank you for being vulnerable with us, because that means that, we also like, you are we are holding the space for you. So we are here for you. So in case you need to take like a moment, it's perfectly fine. This is normal. We've cried here before. It's gotten, everything happens here pretty much. So we got you. We got you, Joe.
But so I was, I don't dwell anymore. I had to get to a place. That's where I speak of my healing. I'm still healing. Yogi, my friend Yogi, that does yogi or burpees in the basement. I
Yeah.
can't remember his name all the time,
Are
but
you okay?
his
His basement, yes.
yes, he's always reminded me that healing is ongoing. We're never completely healed. Healing
Yeah,
is ongoing. And that is very true. Yes,
absolutely.
that is very true. I believe that. It's something that we are continuing to do, but it was something that I had to start to do so I could heal from the inside. I had to go and research, Joe, why did you gain this weight? Why did you even get to this point? And I had to figure out it happened when I was 9 years old. It happened then. And I was always thinking that I was going to be abandoned again my whole life. And I have gone through some things that I felt like I'm constantly being abandoned, right?
Yeah.
But I had to realize I had to live. I've been divorced 10 years now. This year, it's been 10 years. And I had to take these 10 years in my life to realize I can do it by myself and I don't need to not feel like someone is going to abandon me because I will never abandon myself.
Facts. I love that. That's very powerful. And I like the reference you made. Healing is not linear. It's not a straight path at all. It comes with a lot of things. Like it's like a bumpy road. You go up, you come down, you take a detour, you go back again. But eventually, you get to that point that, you can look back and say you appreciated the process. And that's really the next thing I was going to ask you. Like, how did you go about this daunting like mission to lose that weight? Because yes, you're 500 pounds, and then you have to lose like 350 pounds. And the task is simple, that yes, I need to get a baby. That, of course, that becomes the driving force. Then you have to go through the surgery. But what was that process like? Just walk us through. How does somebody lose all that weight? Like,
I have to
it,
say something because you said the simple part in having a baby. You would
yes.
say that because you're not a woman. You
Yeah,
can't
of
have a
course.
baby. It's not simple to have a baby. I want to
Of
tell,
course.
I want to say that, right? Because it's not simple. However, that's why I gained weight again, right? That's why I ended up gaining weight again because it wasn't simple. It was something that I went through. I had this child, and that was the tough part, especially having a baby. And if you think about it, women always say that they get these food cravings when they're pregnant and everything, right? And
Yeah.
so, but I had just had surgery, weight loss surgery, and I couldn't eat a lot. But you're still getting these cravings and things, and it wasn't easy at all. I could only
Mm-hmm.
eat every 2 hours, and I remember feeling like this baby keeps taking my food because you're eating and you're feeding a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you're eating. So I was feeling hungry all the time. But I had my baby. I was back up to about 400 pounds, and I really honestly got on a journey to, I, I started trying to learn because I was always a big kid. I never worked out. I was not an athlete. I didn't know anything, or nor I was a couch potato. There's a picture on my page where I'm literally sitting on a couch, and that's all I did. I just sat on a couch and I didn't work out, and I didn't know anything about working out. And so I literally started getting online and trying to figure out, what do I do? How do I work out? The first thing I actually did, I did go to a gym, and I started in the pool.
Mhm.
Um, I'm a person. I don't know if you have seen pictures. I have pictures out there, but I'm a woman that carries her weight on the bottom half. So I have big hips and legs and everything. So my weight was heavy on my bottom, and it was hard to walk. My legs were always very swollen, and so I got in the first thing I did to learn to work out and things like that. I started water aerobics. I got in the water. It's easier when you're very heavy. And I'll tell anybody, if you're very, very heavy and you have problems walking, get in a pool. You feel light as a feather in a pool.
Nice.
You can do anything. You see that one right there, I'm on the couch. That was me.
Wow.
That was me. That was me. And I'm in my 20s in these pictures, y'all. Well, no,
Yeah.
the picture in the red,
Yeah.
that's my early 30s. That's my early 30s. But the other pictures, I'm in my 20s.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
And then there's this.
Yes, I look better now. I look younger now, right?
I'm like, it's like a whole new person. It's like a whole
Yes.
new person.
But see, I don't see that. Goga, I don't see that. I don't. I still see Big Joe.
Wow.
I do call her. Now I changed it where that's Big Joe, right? Because I have to, because here's one thing, and I want to mention this. And I know other women in weight loss journeys, they'll understand. They don't fix your mind, they don't
Mm.
fix your brain. Your brain is still the same. It's you have to change that. You have to work on that yourself because they only help you. It's just a tool, mind you. Anybody that actually knows about weight loss surgeries and things, it's maybe an 18-month tool. After those 18 months or during those 18 months, you better get yourself working. You better get yourself learning to eat better, what you're putting in your mouth. You have to learn those things because after those 18 months, that little surgery is only a tool to help you get yourself started. It's our responsibility. It's my responsibility to continue my lifetime journey. And
Wow.
so that is something that I had to learn. I had to learn that what goes in my mouth, I am responsible for. What my body does, I am responsible for. Those I've talked to you about, fitness and it's something that's a lifestyle for me today. But it wasn't then. I didn't know nor like nor anything about fitness lifestyle, but it's something that it's a lifestyle today. So if I meet somebody, they have to have, in my opinion, and I've talked to people. I was actually talking to my aunt yesterday for hours and hours, and I'm like, I couldn't be with somebody who didn't have the same. I don't want to be with somebody who's going to change me and sit me back on a couch. Why
Mm.
would I want to do that, right? Like you have to be
It's it,
equally yoked.
it's and it's very figurative. It's a very figurative statement. Sit me back on the couch, and we can see what sitting back on the couch looked like. And
Yes.
it's a very powerful statement and very figurative in nature in terms of your transformation journey. Everyone on the chat is just like, wow, 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 wow. Everyone is just like they're like seeing these pictures and they're like, no, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. But one of the things you said, and even you really you quoted your dad on this, God rest his soul, was that it was not going to be an overnight endeavor. It was going to be a process. How long did it take to look like this? I'm looking at 2001, and then I'm looking at 2024 on the screen, and I'm like, how did you get the patience, Jo? Why did, like, what kept you going? Why, how comes you didn't give up? Like, because a lot of things could have happened. What is that thing that kept you going to look like what we are looking at right now?
Honestly, what keeps me going to this day is my son. I want to be an example for my son. I want to be an example for my children. I have other children that I've been blessed with that I am leading on this earth. I have my son. I told you that I was married to my son's father, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When I married him, we had a child together, but he already had boys. He already had other sons when I married him, and
Yeah.
and we raised those children. And so I have an older son that is my son to this day. I call him my son. He calls me mom, calls me Joe. And he's married, and I have grandchildren from him. He's blessed me with 5 grandchildren. But those children in my life, my bestie that's in the chat, um, he blessed me. He has a daughter that is my daughter. I treat her like my daughter. And these are children that I was blessed with, that I'm able to lead. And I want to break cycles. I want to break, when I was growing up, I tell you, my father, God rest his soul, and he did the best, but I wasn't raised to learn to eat better. I wasn't raised to know, let's go to the gym, or, those weren't things that I was taught growing up. So I want to break those cycles. I want to break the cycles of heart disease. I want to break the cycles of diabetes. I want to break the cycles of high blood pressure. I want to break those cycles, because just because in our cultures, in our Hispanic or whatever cultures we have, the minority cultures, they always say we always have these illnesses that we carry in our families. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can break those cycles, and that is what has always kept me going. I want to break those cycles. I want to teach better. You can only do better if you teach better. And that's what I want to do. I want to teach better. And that's my driving force to this day. It's not about me. It's about what legacy I leave behind in them.
Absolutely. Breaking cycles. Breaking cycles sometimes involves questioning why we do certain things. And in your case, there was probably a lot of inquiry you had to do about your relationship with food. And I like what Genesis is saying. Genesis says a very powerful statement that, back then, sometimes the culture used to say that food amounts to love, and maybe sometimes not necessarily so. And, I don't know what you think about that statement, because sometimes even culture, do you think culture could have also contributed to this? Because I think sometimes it depends. I like that argument she's bringing on the chat.
And and that makes sense, because even today, if you go to somebody's house, you better eat the food. That's the way I was raised.
That's how I've been raised. That's how I've been raised. In fact, you are told, in my culture, you are told you can never go to somebody's house empty-handed. You have to carry.
True. You have to carry something. Right? Yes, you're right. So that's making me think. That's making me think, and that's very true. But it can be something healthy. It doesn't mean that what is being offered at the table has to be unhealthy, right?
Absolutely.
It can be healthy.
It can be healthy. It can be.
Yes.
It can be okra for the people who are asking. It can be okra for sure. Before I go so far, because David is watching in the bush and is in church. What is your take on okra? This is just a very random question before we continue.
I love okra. I
Thank you.
actually, I love okra. I actually like it pickled, pickled
Ooh,
okra. I
yeah.
love okra, but I do like it. See, to this day, right? I like it fried, but I'm gonna air fry it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna stick it in grease. I'm sorry. So there's just
I,
that's the whole thing. There is that's what you learn. You learn different ways to prepare things,
mm,
just to make it healthier, heart healthier, right? It's just what you put in your body really matters, and what it clogs your veins, or it clogs your arteries going to the biggest organ in our body is our heart,
the heart,
right?
absolutely.
That's the biggest muscle in our body. And I have my best friend is SBK. And if you go look at his pictures, he's a very big, brawn man, right?
Yeah.
He's SBK, that stands for Silverback King. Okay, so that's a silverback, and so you can imagine a silverback, and that's what he mimics, right? He has a big body. Okay, so but that means he has a big, big organ that has to stay healthy, and you have to keep that heart healthy, and you don't keep it healthy by only working your muscles. I always tell him, I'm the biggest person to tell him, you got to be heart healthy too, and you have to make that sure that big muscle is also pumping.
Mm.
And how are you going to do that if you're eating unhealthy and you're clogging what goes to that muscle? That's how I think about it, right? I'm no professional, you're the professional, but I can it's just that's how I think about things. I think about our bodies. We were created to honor our bodies, first of all, right? We were in my we were just loaned this body to carry our soul on this earth, and we have to take care of that body.
SBK is smiling on the chat. SBK is definitely smiling on the chat and says, "Me and food have a love connection." He's not denying. He's saying, "Me and food have a love connection." I am not even going to deny it. That's what SBK says on the chat. That's what SBK says on the chat. And then Negu says, I am not even going to lie. I enjoy fried foods. I like how people are confessing. I like the confessions are coming in fast and strong. The confessions are coming in fast and strong. Somebody said they grow okra. Wait. I need to highlight that one because there are some okra haters on this chat. I need to target them. I need to target somebody grows okra. Somebody grows okra. Let me just see. I think I missed it, but I will get it. I'll get it there for a bit. And then Island Sister says, whatever one learns can unlearn. I think that's a very powerful thing. Let me just get back now to what you said in terms of how spirituality also contributed a lot to your transformation, because you did mention that you do have you're a spiritual person, and I just want to see how that played a role in terms of your transformation. How did you integrate spirituality into the process of your healing and transforming
That's
yourself? Yeah.
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I had to. I believe everything that, like I said, I believe everything that happens for a reason. I believe everything that I'm saying, it's it's guided, and I believe that it is for someone.
Mm.
I truly believe that. I believe if I I believe that whatever I do or I say, like I said, I want to be a light and my show God living through me.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Uh,
want to do that.
just so Joe, let me just interrupt there briefly. We do have a beautiful raid all the way from the United Kingdom. Let me acknowledge that raid real quick. Thank you so much, Ifechi family, for the raid. I know Mama Ifechi was having a live stream, just like she started I was on her live stream before I came on my panel, and she just sent her raid here all the way from the United Kingdom. She was having a very beautiful conversation there on DV and DA, and it's so nice to see everybody has landed safely. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. In the spirit of being a light, like Jo Delani, thank you so much for bringing your light and bringing your community to my channel. We are supporting the co-host Jo Delani, so I've sent people to go to her live stream and give her support, because we need to get her to 300. It's a very beautiful channel, and I like how it's growing. So I've kicked people out of my live stream to go and support her there. So that's why you are seeing the numbers are like lower here, but I've sent everybody there, so they're following the interview from the other side. So you can jump on the other side and give her that bit of support as well. I see AA, I see Musisi Kizito, Funke. Thank you so much, everyone who came in through the Mama Ifechi raid. Mamle, appreciate you as well. I really appreciate the raid. I really appreciate the raid. May you keep shining that light on us, and may we keep growing as content creators. And thank you so much for making that happen. So guys, if you don't have Mama Ifechi, that's also my very beautiful channel member. You can give Ifechi family support. Both also Jo Delani's community and my community and my community and my community. Thank you so much. Hey, Musisi Kizito, thank you so much. We are getting a blessing as well. Hey, look at the way this raid has just come with blessings. Musisi Kizito coming through and giving me a membership. Thank you so much, Musisi Kizito. This is for you. This is for you. Before I allow Jo to continue that thought, this is for you. May your pot never run dry. May your pot never run dry. Thank you so much. All right. We are going to take a short break. I want Jo to get some water, and then I'll be able to bring her back. So give her like a few minutes. I can use this moment just to catch up on your questions, real quick, and then we give her like 1 minute. She'll be back here. So thank you so much. AA is here. AA and Musisi are always like having drama. AA says, Musisi, you have entered here again with bribery. Why are you bribing Goga? Thank you so much, Musisi Kizito. And guys, are we supporting Jo on the other side? Are you guys blessing Jo? Can we hit those thumbs up button? If you have not connected to Jo Delani, please subscribe to that channel as well. Be the reason that lady smiles. We are getting that channel to 300. So make sure you do that. And then if you have any questions you want to ask, you can also drop them on the chat. In case you have any questions that you want to ask Jo, you can drop them on the chat. I am putting a star on them, and then I'll be able to shoot them to her, and then she can respond to them. I know some people may be wondering, tell us more about this surgery. The questions you may be having. She's here as the co-host. She has created the time just for us to have this conversation. Just for us to have this conversation. So make sure that you are connecting to her. Make sure that you are supporting her channel as well. We know when one person wins, we all win. So we are trying to get that channel to grow. And my name is Goga. So if you have not connected to me as well, my name is Goga. I'm the host of the Sunday service. I'm a content creator based in Kenya. This is me introducing myself to Jo's community. I'm a content creator based in Kenya. You can search for me using @yoga_with_Goga. I think Jo has put me on the description of our live stream. You'll find me there. You can search for me on @yoga_with_Goga, and you can also connect to my house. I do have these amazing conversations where I bring in guests from different parts of the world. It's a very global community. When you come to my house, it's a very global community committed to empowering content creators to achieve their biggest potential. And borders are not our limits. We go beyond borders. I have people from across the world supporting Jo right now, and that is literally the mission. My mission, I believe, and my legacy on YouTube is to make sure that I keep forging those connections, and I bring the world where it needs to be. So the world needs to be at Jo Delani's today. So we are making the world support Jo Delani today. So let's give her a few more minutes. She'll be joining us back here shortly, and then we'll be able to continue the conversation. So in case you have any particular questions you want to ask, please ask, and then we'll be able to bring them to her. Yep. So thank you so much, everyone. I think I love the comments on Okra. I love those comments on Okra. And then SBK says, Goga, thank you for this interview of Jo. You guys have an amazing interview. Thank you. I like how it's just a conversation, it's flowing. And I remember telling her that you don't need to worry about it, Jo. It's going to just be a conversation. And that's how we like making the Sunday service. You make it a very easy conversation. It just looks like you're hanging out, like in the living room and just having a fireside chat or something like that. Jo is back. Jo is back. Jo is back. Let me bring her back. Thank you so much, guys, for the patience, and thank you so much for tuning in. Rebecca Mle Prince, nice to see you. Darlene Bustamante. Jo, you know Darlene, right? Darlene
Yes.
is also, Darlene is also amazing all the way from Chicago, and she's also from the Hispanic community. So thank you so much, Darlene Bustamante, for tapping in as well. Darlene is also my channel member. Goga, where is my Huzambi? Musisi will talk about these receipts after the guest has left. Why are you asking me this? The good thing, Jo, I think has hung around me so long. I think she knows the receipts. She knows the things I discuss on the chat. That's why she's even laughing, because you're like, Goga, don't start, Goga. All right, Jo, please carry on. Before Mama Ifechi is ready, we were talking about spirituality and how it has really helped you, achieve this transformation and healing.
Like I was saying, that's what I believe. I want people to see. You mentioned you mentioned something, reaching globally, reaching everyone. And that's the whole point. I want to be that, like that light, that light that I tell you about, right? This this background. That's the whole point. I want to be that light. I want to show God living through me. And so everything I say, I believe that there's a reason for it. And if it helps you, great. If not, it's okay. It'll help somebody, and that's my purpose. That's honestly my purpose. And that's what I try to, that's what helps me. That's what helps me. That's what keeps me going every day. So I mean, I want to cry because I couldn't see myself without it, right? I couldn't see myself without just trying to do better every day, right? Better than I was yesterday. Not competing with you, because that doesn't help me. I'm competing with who I was yesterday. That's it.
I love that.
Because we all like some competition, right?
Yes. Guys, we are having this amazing story with Jo. Jo is this beautiful lady. She's currently, she's based in Texas. Jo lost over 350 pounds. Hey, I like when I use pounds because Americans don't understand kilograms. Because here in Kenya, we use kilograms because we were colonized by the British. So our English tends to be very British in nature. So when I say pounds, I want to just convert it into kgs because I know it's a lot. When you look at it into kilos, it's like a lot. So you can see her pictures. I can't believe that she said this was her in her 20s. The one in yellow and the one in blue. And then now look at these guys. Look at that. 2001 and 2024.
I still have a little bit of booty.
2000. Hey, Jo, keep quiet. I know you already said you are single, but you didn't say you are searching. So keep quiet. Keep quiet. There are some gentlemen here who are discussing. Jo said she's single. What's her Instagram again, Goga? I'm like, guys, you will ask her later. You by now concentrate. Focus on the conversation. Jo, one thing you've talked about was trauma. And trauma kept on coming up even in your description, even in your story. You are one person, you're not shy to talk about healing the internal trauma that you had to deal with as part of your journey in terms of losing your weight. Could you just tell us more about this? Because sometimes when people hear trauma, they think of trauma as a physical thing, but they didn't know that trauma can be something that you live with. Trauma can be the inner demons that you're fighting every day.
Exactly.
Trauma can be those inner demons that you're fighting every day. And for me, when I think of trauma, it is certain things that, I grew up around. when I look back at them and I feel they were a source of trauma and I needed to find healing. And so for me, when I chose my spiritual path and when I chose my yoga path, my yogic path, it was like to address those kind of things because they were making me do certain things, but I didn't know until I had to like confront them. So how
Right.
did you identify? How did you identify that the trauma that what was this? What will be this trauma? Because some people may not understand. How did you identify it as trauma, and how did you like address this trauma as part of your way to healing? And I know you say healing is still a continuous job, but how do you continuously, address your mind to that trauma and also use it for your healing?
When I started when I started losing the weight, I had to go to a place where I had to realize, well, when did I literally was looking into myself, and I
Mm,
started going back to try to figure out when did I start gaining the weight, right?
mm,
And and so those are the things that I started researching in my life, and I started realizing, well, Joe, I talked to myself, Joe, you've always been big. You've been big since you were little. Why did you why did you continue to get big, right? Because I said I was not a yo-yo dieter. I was not somebody who was always gaining and losing, nothing like that. I was always gaining and gaining and gaining weight.
yeah.
So I realized, oh my gosh, I found nurse when I was in elementary. They would weigh us, and I found the nurses' records that showed that from 9 years old to 10 years old, which was when I had the most traumatic experience in my childhood happen, I had gained doubled my weight. At
Wow.
10 years old, Goga, I was 175 pounds. At 10 years
10.
old. At 10, I was
Wow.
175 pounds. And I had doubled in weight from 9 years old. From 9 years old. And I remember finding those records, and I told my father one time, did you not see there was a problem here? But when you're in a family that it's normal to be overweight, it's normal to, that we had a business that, we had a family bakery
Mm,
business, and we ate bread. We ate, we that's what we ate. And so it was not something that was abnormal to be overweight. Um, but yes, at 10 years old, I weighed 175 pounds. So that ended up being my goal, 175 pounds. And that's what I don't know why, but my body likes that weight, and that's the weight I'm at today. I don't know why. I've actually been at this weight for probably over a year now. And I teeter totter here. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to gain muscle because I'm older, and I'm
mm.
trying to, right? But that was something that I just, I don't know. That was my weight at 10 years old.
Wow. And I can imagine that burden you are carrying from as early as 9 years old. And you're growing, you're becoming a woman, and that the extra burden that comes with that. If there's somebody listening to you right now, what is that one advice you've learned through this transformation journey? What is that one advice you would give to somebody here who is struggling with that emotional aspect of uh, dealing with their physical health challenges? It could be them being obese, it could be just them not being body confident. What is that one thing that you've learned through this process? Because I believe that sometimes one of the ways of healing is normally just acknowledging the trauma, and also it's surprised it also helps when you share, because then you get to help somebody else who may be going through the same thing and they're listening, or maybe the people are going to watch this video at some point in the future. What is that advice
That's
that you'll tell them?
that's the whole thing. Anything, it doesn't matter what it is. I know there's so many things, like you mentioned, um, just different things that people go through. The main thing is to figure out the root cause of why you are the way you are. What the root cause of what happened to you to cause that trauma, right? Me, I had to search back and figure out what, I went through an abandoning period, right? You asked, where was that mother? Well, that mother abandoned their children, and
Yeah.
I had to search back to that. Really was a turning point for Joe, and 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 I kept trying to comfort that feeling instead of heal that feeling, right?
Mm.
And that's all I was doing my whole life. I was just trying to comfort it. I was trying to hide it, and I had to bring it to surface. And so anything you go through in your life, you have to figure out why, what caused that pain, what caused that, and you have to acknowledge that there was some trauma. There's some people that don't realize they had trauma, right? And
Yeah.
you have to realize there's something that happens in somebody's life that causes them to not take care of them, not to love themselves enough to take care of themselves, right? Something happens in your life that you are not putting yourself first, and you are not loving yourself. And I'm talking about loving yourself enough to be healthy. And
Mm.
healthy meaning mentally, physically, spiritually. That is health. Health is not just looking good. Health is not on the outside. Healthy is from the inside. Anytime I mention this on one of my videos, it starts inside. It starts within. It starts the root cause of why somebody chooses not to take care of themselves. If I put something in my body that I know, and whether it's anything you're putting in your body, and I know somebody has told me that's going to clog your airways, but I choose to do it anyway. I'm not taking care of me, right? I'm not thinking about what I'm doing to myself as being harmful, right? And so why are you choosing to do that? Why are you choosing to still do that if you know it's going to be harmful to yourself? And so I had to just deep down and search what was causing me not to take care of me. Kept expecting everybody else to take care of me, right? I kept expecting that husband to love me enough to take care of me because I was taking care of him. I'm a servant. I'm a servant. That's how I show my love. I serve. I try to do for you, and I try to cook for you. that is that is how I show my love, right? But I'm not going to cook bad for you. So, but that's how I show my love, you know. So I was taking care of everybody else, and I kept expecting them to give back to me. But that's not always
Mm.
going to happen. That's not always going to happen. You're not always going to plant those seeds, and those seeds are going to grow, right? They're going to grow somewhere, but you don't know where. They'll grow one day, and they're not always going to grow where you plant them, but they will grow, right? Because what you give, you're going to receive, but it doesn't always mean you're going to receive it where you gave it.
That's true.
That's what I've
That's true.
learned. That's what I've learned.
The, and I like that because it just triggers me to ask the next question, which would be that inquiry, that going to find out what is why are you approaching life in this particular way. It is not very easy. Most of us sometimes we like start probing and to find out what is that trauma that we are dealing with. What if I don't like it, because and most of us we like sweeping things under the rug because you don't want to face the truth, and it's normally painful. And I always say that for you to grow, growth is kind of messy, but it's necessary. Growth is normally very messy. And one of the ways of addressing trauma is that you have to face it, and you rightly said it. But there's somebody here who is like saying, no, I don't want to question that trauma. I know it's there. I know it's there, but I don't want to, because I want to be in this nice state. Ignorance is bliss. But sometimes it will still catch up with you either way. It may not exactly be perfect, but for you to grow into the next level, you have to address the mess. And part of facing the trauma is you dealing with the mess. So to somebody who maybe doesn't want to probe in, to somebody who doesn't want to dig deeper and find out what is the cause, what is that thing that you'll tell them? Because most people are not very recipient to learning the lessons from the universe, the lessons from the divine. And you'll be looking at trauma and you're like, no, I don't want to address it. And why is it important to actually face it? So
Because you keep going in circles. You're not going to, in my case, what was causing me to not grow and to not get better, right? It was causing me to, I could have been dead at 30 years old. At 525 pounds, I could have one day stopped breathing. That's the only way I was able to get the surgery, is because they found out that I would stop breathing 140 times while I was sleeping. So I didn't have to wake up. I was saying yesterday, I'm thankful that I woke up another day. I'm thankful that I woke up today. I may not have everything perfect like people would want to believe, but I woke up. I have breath in my lungs. I didn't have to wake up at 30 years old when I was 525 pounds. And
I love that.
So I had to, the only way that I was able to start healing and start changing you say, how did you keep going? I wanted to continue to breathe. I wanted to continue to breathe. I wanted to continue to wake up every day and just keep trying to be better. Just keep trying. If you keep brushing it under the rug, it's not going to get better. And if you don't want to get better, then keep brushing it under the rug. But the only way to grow is to start healing.
I love what you say, though. You keep going round in circles. That was very powerful. The support system towards your transformation, because how do people treat you nowadays? Especially the people who saw you in your like 30s, like the people who saw you back then and they see you now. Like how do people treat you? I'm just curious.
Goga. There's people in your life for a reason. There's people in your life for a season. So not everybody that is in my life when I was in my 30s are still in my life today. Very, very few people. I hope the few people that are still in my life as friends, my family has always been a very strong support system. My family, my father was my best friend. My father, I spoke to every single day. My father was that man in my life that would tell me, look, men do not read minds. My father was the person that would try to teach me how to deal with men in my life. And he would tell me, he would tell me, I'm a man. I know. And that was my father. Okay. But as far as support system that people, I've told you, I've been divorced 10 years. So obviously my support system has changed. And it's funny that I've literally, my best friend today that is bestie in the chat, he's been my best friend for 8 years now. I have a very, very, very close friend of mine that I call him my brother. And I would hope that he was listening today. And he's been my friend since 2001. When I moved at 2001, that's very, very, that's why that picture is there. because 2001 was a very monumental change in my life, right? I moved to a new city. I started a new career. A lot of things happened that year, and I met my brother. Um, and so, but it's very, very true that not all people that you start out with, you end up with, unless they're family, right? My family, we are a very close family. We are very, my family has always been there for me. My sisters have always been there for me, and
Mm.
they always will be. I mean, you have ups and downs and everything in families, of course, but you're always going to come back because they're your family. Whether they end up going years, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my brothers, for my sisters. That's my family. My mother, we grew up, we were a blended family, and all family doesn't have to be blood. That's how I was raised. I was very raised in a very blended family, and we don't always have to be blood, but we are family, right?
I
So no
love that.
matter what,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
matter what. But as far as people in your life that in your 30s or in your, it's for a reason, for a season. That is very true.
Makes sense. Yes. And Cherish says yes. Health starts inside, and there's young Riaz. Young Riaz, the Drip King says, Joe, I was born in December 2001. so young Riaz has been like your entire journey, your entire transformation journey. Young Riaz has been like thriving, and has been thriving and growing. That is just to give you context. That is just to give
Wow.
you context. It's amazing.
I'm
It's amazing.
old, young Rios.
And then Eric is telling you, Gojo, Gojo. Eric Lapointe says, Gojo, Gojo, Gojo. And thank you so much, guys. Guys, are you subscribing to Joe's channel? I'm just seeing you guys there talking. I'm not seeing you guys clicking the subscribe button. Can you click that subscribe button? Connect to that channel. Connect to that channel if you're on that live stream. Click on that subscribe button so that we can support her. And if you're still on my chat, you can click on the pinned link. It will take you to the live stream on her channel. We are multi-streaming on both channels, both at Jo Delani and at Goga's channel. So you can be watching. Some of you are rich. You can watch on your TV because there are people came here and told me they're watching on their TV. Some are watching on their iPhones and they are watching on their bedroom TV as well. It's okay. If you are rich, you can watch on multiple devices. It is the same message though, but you get the point. I know some of you
Wow.
like unleashing all your devices out there. The reason I asked about the support system is that sometimes that can be very lacking, and I like the fact that you're saying family has always been very pivotal. You are going to be 53 years old next week. You're going to be 53 years old next week. What is that one lesson you've learned about human relationships? Because I like what you said, Goga. The friends I used to have that season may not necessarily be in this season of my life. At
It's
50,
true.
at 53, I mean, I'm just trying to imagine because you're going to be 53 in a week. Like, what are those life lessons, especially to the young people who are watching right now? Because one of the things that I've always had to grapple with and I like addressing here is that, guys, be kinder to the next person because you don't know the battles they're fighting. You don't know them. You don't know their realities. And sometimes some people say that I don't know where so and so went. It's like you don't know what they're dealing with outside these platforms. You may not know because they're not sharing it out. So, what is that one lesson you've learned? Now that like you're half a century old, that you would actually. I now make it sound like very. When I say
It's
half a
true.
century, yeah, half a century. What is that one lesson, or maybe two lessons, or what are some of the nuggets of wisdom that you've picked over the years, especially when it comes to our human relationships? And you can
Goga.
also you can also link it to your journey. Yeah.
Um, my sister's calling me. One of
All
the
right.
things I want to
Do I
mention
do I give you a
real
break?
quick, um, real quick, I want to say something real quick.
Okay.
One of the things that I want to mention is no matter what, I would have loved to have more realization of what people went through, right? A lot of people keep things to themselves because they're private. Yes, I grew up in a very private family. That you're
Mm.
very private and you keep things to yourself. Um, but I would have loved to know how to maneuver through life, going through the things that I was going through. Uh, just like you mentioned, people like to sweep things under the rug, right? And that is a sense, that's a way of ignoring things. That's a way of, I think today, especially with social media and the fact that I can I can know somebody in Kenya. If I come to Kenya, I have somebody that I can connect with, right?
Absolutely.
Because we've connected. That's the biggest, this platform, it's a way for you to get to know people, and it's also a way for you to learn about other things and humble yourself and realize that you're not the only one going through things. Just like you said, you don't know what the other person is going through, and you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they've gotten themselves through, what how they picked up their britches and they kept going, right?
Mm.
So for that young Riaz, that picture in that picture is at Christmas time. That picture, look at the date on that picture. 12/25/01. That is 2 days
Whoa!
before young Riaz was born.
Wow! Wow! Riaz, Riaz, just say that again. I don't even
That
check the
was
date.
2 days. That is 2 days before young Riaz was born when that picture was taken. So me telling young Riaz, don't ignore the things that are going around you. Don't think that it's only you going through things in your life. Learn from everyone else. Learn from everything. Humble yourself to know that you're not the only one in this earth. We know this because we see each other here, right? And not everything, me, anything you see from me is not fake. Yes, there's people out there that are fake. I get it. I know. But realize that there's very, very genuine people on this earth that want to share and want to teach each other. That's how we learn. It's that connection. It's that connection with Genesis 1. She wants to be global and worldwide. She wants to be in everybody's house, right?
Mm. Mm.
And she's doing that, right? She's doing that in her own way. Nobody else's way but her way, but she's connecting with other people. And the only way to do that is to be genuine and to be real. Somebody that's not real, somebody that's going to be fake, somebody that's going to be just showing up a facade and thinking that that's how they can build themselves. That's not building themselves, that's destroying themselves one step at a time, because you're not going to grow if you brush things under the rug.
Yo, everyone is like truth, facts, facts. The chat is just like yo up. Everyone is just like, yeah. I think everyone is just like preach, preach, yo. Guys. This is why it's called the Sunday service. Uplifting conversation from a very powerful person. If you have not connected to her, what are you waiting for? You can't be just sitting here listening to Jo and you've not connected to her channel. Me, my work here is to make noise and to make sure that you connect to her so that where you can be getting this wisdom from her. You can be getting this wisdom from her on her channel. And that takes me to the next question, Jo. Your channel is 3 weeks. What inspired you to join YouTube? Because you
Oh,
could have just stayed under the out of the grid, but you are here, and that's how I got to know you. And I like what Genesis says, that all you need is a phone and an internet connection, and you connect to the world. Now you are speaking to Goga, who you didn't know like 1 month ago. And
right.
I am speaking to Jo, who I didn't know until 2-3 weeks ago. So it's amazing. It's amazing just how this is happening right now. So what got you to join YouTube? Like, why did you come onto this platform?
Okay, well, I told you I like to support. I'm very, that's what I've found here. I've found a big community, that where I found you too. I have met so many people because a lot of people support each other
Yeah.
and are genuine and trying to build each other up, trying to build each other, each other's houses. We're trying to build each other up, and that's what all of you guys have shown me in
Mm.
this community. And the main reason I came on here was just to support my bestie. My bestie was on YouTube, and at the end of last year, I found out, oh, he's getting on live on YouTube. He's doing YouTube lives, and he didn't even ask me. He
Yeah.
didn't ask me. I'm the type of person that if I'm going to support somebody, I'm not going to hinder you and stop you from what you're doing. I'm just going to go research what you're doing and trying to learn it myself so I can be the best way that I can support you. Right? That's how I do things. And I started getting on YouTube. I said, well, let me go figure out what he's doing. And I'd go to his page, and oh, he was on this live stream, and I was literally, this is at the beginning of this year. I got on YouTube and I started figuring out what he was doing and meeting. And so I'm not, stopping him. I'm just like, let me go. And somebody could call that a stalker. No, because he's called me a stalker before. It's not a stalker. I'm not trying to hinder you. I'm not trying to nothing. I'm just trying to help you. Right? So I started, and one of his friends, it's just ETV. They have a platform, a collaboration that they do together, and I met her, and I went to meet her, and I went to meet other people that he was, connected to. TCAT, she's in the chat too. She did, this background that was TCAT, the Commission Vision Diva. She created this background for me, and so I met
Nice.
all of these friends of his, and I met them, and I went, to meet him, and I went to try to support him the best way that I could. And I learned, oh, to support him, I subscribe to him. I subscribe to his friends, and I go like his things, right? Whatever he posts. Oh, let me go like it. Let me go comment. So it was just little baby steps, learning how best I could support him, and so that's why I came on here. Um, Yes, SBK is the bestie, darling. SBK is the bestie. He's actually working. That's why I'm answering for him. He's actually working. And so he was working and he was trying to listen at the same time. He mentioned earlier he was hustling. So yes, there he is. So yes, so he's always working, by the way. He's a very hardworking man. Uh, but I that's why I came on here. I came on here to support him. I came on here to learn YouTube because I didn't even know anything about YouTube. My son
Yeah.
knew more about YouTube. I had to tell, how do I go? How do I get on here? How do I subscribe? My son had to teach me, guys. My son had to teach me. And he would teach, Mom, let me show you. This is, and so there I go. Son, go subscribe. I need you to go subscribe to my bestie. I need you. And we got my daughter too, my bestie's daughter. Hey, go subscribe. Y'all are always on YouTube. You can just subscribe and put notifications. Turn it off. But no,
I,
that's why I came on here and I started supporting his friends.
yeah.
I started learning about what he was doing and why and everything, and that's why I'm on here. And then 3 weeks ago, I realized, I had a pretty big platform on Instagram. I have it on my description and on my
Yes.
channel. My
Yeah.
Instagram is on there, and I had a pretty big platform on my Instagram. And I was already on Instagram, and I call that my ministry. I try to uplift, I try to encourage, and
Mm.
show. That was a place where I showed it was kind of, I held myself accountable, right? I was holding myself accountable. If I worked out, I would post that I worked out, things like that. And so I've always used Instagram for those reasons. And I built a pretty big following on Instagram because people reached out to me and they would ask me, I'm not lying. People would reach out to me at 4 in the morning. Jo, can you pray for me, please? I'm going through this or that. Or Jo, please pray for me. And I'd be on the treadmill, guys. I'd be on the treadmill. Yes, I got you. I'm praying for you right now. And if you ask me to pray for you, I'm going to stop and I'm going to pray for you right there, because that's what I do, right? That's what I want to do. I want to encourage. And so my Instagram was a pretty big platform. And then 3 weeks ago, I decided, why don't I do my own YouTube? And I can bring my encouragement. I can bring that to YouTube, right? And what everybody else is doing. So I started trying to. I'm at 232. Wow! Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Guys, let's make it 250. Thank you so much, guys. Let's make this 250. Keep pushing this channel. What is 250? That's only 18 to go. If you are not subscribed to Jo Delani, do the necessary. Let's get it to 250. Click on the pinned link on the top of my chat. Jump on the other side. Watch the live stream from there. Subscribe there. Stay there. Stay there until we're almost ending the interview with that. Stay there until we end the interview, and then I will bring you back on this side. Just give her that support. You are going to give her watch hours, and you're going to make sure we push her to 250. So make sure that you do it. Make sure you do it. Make sure that you do it. Jo, just finish your thought. Then I'm going to ask a follow-up question to this channel, because that's why I've pulled it up on the screen.
Okay.
So that people
that's why I came on here. I came on here basically to support my bestie. And then 3 weeks ago, I decided, why don't I, I come on here and try to encourage other people, and trying to, because like you said earlier, we're not going to help each other out unless we share what we've been through, because people don't know what others have gone through. And not all of us have had an easy life, right? And just like you said, it's more well known that in life, more people believe that men step out on their children, or men don't stick to their children, but it can be either or. It can. And now, being a mother myself, I thank God, honestly. I thank God for what I've gone through. I don't regret anything that I've gone through. I thank God for what I've gone through, because today, I'm telling you, I am that mother that woman never was. I am that mother that has children that did not bring them onto this earth, but they are my children. And that made me a better mother today. That made me a better woman today, because I want to be better than they showed that they were. You know what I mean? Like, you learn from the good, you learn from the bad too. If somebody did something bad in your life, you can learn from that, because you're going to learn what not to do, right? You're going to learn to do better than they did. So I give thanks for that. I give thanks that they showed me that, because I'm being better. I'm being a better woman than anybody, than that person showed that they were, right? Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything, the kind words, everything that I see them. I had to share my testimony. I believe that testimony didn't need to go to the grave with me. That testimony needed to be stated, that somebody needed to hear that testimony so they could know that it is possible. It is something that you can overcome. It is something that you don't have to hurt from. You can grow from.
I love that. And Destiny says, this is a very great panel discussion. Thank you for sharing your story, Jo. You're amazing. And there's so much love on the chat. I'm getting emotional just reading all these messages, because people are just like, you're amazing. Jo, thank you so much for this testimony. We needed to hear this. You are just getting so much love, and that is beautiful, because people are holding the space and people are appreciating this. And one of the things I want to see a lot, especially on platforms like YouTube, I want to see more grace. I want to see more kindness. I want to see more light, because one of the things that you'll grapple with, and Jo, maybe you can talk about this, because you're coming from a place where you've lost like over 350 pounds, and you come on social media. That is like a brave step. You're putting yourself out there. Like it's really like bold. Like it's a very bold move. And the fact that you didn't just come to support your bestie, but now you started. Let me drop a shot. Jo has only done 3 videos because when I was checking her channel, she's only done by then I think she had only done 2 videos, but she has done a number of shots, and you do very good Instagram. I love your Instagram reels; they are very beautiful. I love your Instagram reels. So it only makes sense that your channel has to grow, and I like the direction you're taking, especially in terms of the shorts. And I like what I'm seeing. 3 weeks and you're already getting to 300. That's beautiful. So that aspect of you coming to share your story, it is a very bold move, to be honest. And I like the growing pains where you say your son has to show you 1 or 2 things. And Rebecca Mleprinsia is saying your son is now your assistant. Riley is now your assistant. Riley is now your assistant on YouTube affairs. But as you now curate the channel, I love how you've worked on things like banners. Look at that banner. That banner is already very professionally done. I love it. I love the banner. I love there's something else I love on your channel, which is the thumbnails. Look at these thumbnails, for example. These are very powerful thumbnails. This is like your 3rd live stream, but this is, I think, your 1st collaboration across the YouTube. These thumbnails are very powerful. Like they're just bold. Like it's very nice. Like I like the gold. I like the green. I like you're serving some hero. There's just something you look like a hero figure right here. This is a very beautiful things. Tell us about this content. Tell us about the kind of content you should expect, because I like how the shorts are really bringing your transformation journey. They are telling your story. I like how the shorts have been telling your story. And, I like how you're experimenting. I like how you're laughing at yourself. It is progress in the gym and things like that. What should we expect more of? But above all, I also love your introduction. You're putting it out there. You're putting it out there. This is my story. This is my story. I found myself morbidly obese in my early 30s, but I've worked. It's my past. I've definitely had a past, and I've done something about it, and here I am. This 50-plus-year-old woman is now maintaining after healing her mind, body, and soul.
And just like we are stronger together. That's how if you read that we are stronger together. And I believe in that. I believe that wholeheartedly. We can grow and we can continue going together. I'm continuing to heal. I'm not healed, right? And I want to continue to grow and to do and to help others as much as I can. T-Cat right there, if you could highlight her comment. T-Cat is the creator. She is the creator. She is the vision diva. All I had to tell her is I want to be a light in this world. And I gave her an example of what I liked. And she has created those thumbnails. She created those thumbnails. She created this back thumbnail that I have. She created my banner. She is one of the friends that my bestie, was connected with on YouTube. And she has really built her channel just helping others, be creative and just she makes me look good.
Wait. Let me just hold that thought. Guys, are you seeing the name I've pinned there? T-Cat Commission Vision Diva. Now, those of you have been making noise here that you need to fix your thumbnails. Can you grab this channel? Look for her. Just, I don't know, whatever way it takes, you can talk to her nicely there on Jo Delani's channel. She's a moderator. Talk to her nicely. Tell her to drop her link, and then you can go stalk her, whatever it takes that you can do. I mean, this is the power of YouTube. That is a connection right there. That is an introduction that Jo just did for you right there. You are struggling with your thumbnails. You're struggling with your banners. Now go look for Ticket Commission, Vision Diva, connect to that channel, and then start like writing nice comments on the videos, and then you start stalking. You start stalking slowly. You don't like go immediately after today. You start like, oh, I love this. You start stalking slowly after, and then after a week, boom, you like, Ticket, can you do for me like a nice thumbnail like the one you did for? That's why you start doing these things. So those of you have been complaining about your banners and your thumbnails. There's a connection right there. There's your connection right there. Look for Ticket, the diva, that get this. She will set you up. She will set you up. She will set you up. Yeah, she will set you up. All right. Jo, let me see. How long do you think it will take, or do we hold on to it? Or do we finish?
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, fine. All right. Jo has to take a quick break, guys, just to attend to an emergency call. She'll be back shortly. All right. So, we are being introduced there to like, these are very serious connections, guys. And you're being told Ticket is the best in the game. There's even like reference. There is even reference, guys. There is even reference. What are you waiting for? Grab those people are struggling with banners and all those things. Grab that person, and then you start stalking. You don't go today and then you say, Ticket, can you do for me a thumb? You don't do that. You go slowly. Day 1, day 2, they start seeing your name and they're like, I see this name a lot. Day 3, then day 4, boom. You just say, can I have your Instagram or your contact or whatever it is? And then you come into an agreement. That's how you do it. And if you have not connected to Jo Delani, please do that real quick. She'll be back in about like 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes. And I see each and every one of you there at Jo Delani. Guys, I love the support, guys. Can you push that channel? Keep pushing that channel. We need that channel to grow. Let me tell you guys, it is not easy to come and put yourself on platforms like YouTube. It is not easy at all. Let me put myself here so that you can see me. It is not easy. It is not easy at all to put your content out here. It is bold. It is a step of faith. It is grace. It is a lot to come and put yourself out here. So that is not something that you take for granted. And that's why I'm asking Jo. You are coming from a place of healing. You are coming from a place of having been extremely overweight. And then now you are on this social platform where you meet all sorts of people, all sorts of the crazy people that you meet on this particular platform. Jo, have you ever experienced cyberbullying? Curious question. Welcome back.
Cyberbullying?
Yes.
No, personally, no. I have not. I have seen it. I've seen another, because I was supporting at first, right? Up until since I think January, I think I came on here in January. So we are now June. So I guess for 6 months I've been on here and I've seen what do they call them? Trolls. I've seen in other platforms, I've seen other people in chats, I've seen other people bullied. I don't understand it. I don't understand, any of that. But no, personally, I have not. So, and that's why I'm wondering, that's why you say, it's pretty bold that I'm putting myself out here. And no, I don't, I guess because I am newer, right? I don't know how all the ins and outs happen, right? So you could teach me.
No, I'll be very happy to. But it's very nice. But don't be scared, because sometimes your vibe attracts your tribe. That's what I've gotten to learn. Also, I've been on this platform for over 4 years, and 5,000 subscribers later. Your vibrations will always attract your tribe. Like nowadays YouTube, I always tell my manager that nowadays YouTube makes it very easy. If someone doesn't like it, they can just scroll down and move on to the next one. So I think you'll be fine. You'll be very fine. You have amazing energy. It is very positive. You'll definitely have your own tribe that will gravitate generally towards you. I don't think I've been bullied. I've only been bullied once on the internet, and
really?
Yeah, it happened to me once, and I didn't even fight the battle. It is my community that fought it for me. I didn't even dare I didn't even speak. They literally handled it. And I've never had an incident since then. But it was just an isolated case. I don't even think it was necessary. But yeah, your
I
vibrations
think
will always
that's
attract.
very, I think that's very, what you just said. I really love what you said. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And that,
Yes.
I believe in that. I really do, because I'm in other people's chats and I see other people being bullied, and I'm like, what has caused that? Like, I don't understand. Like, why do they do that to you? Like, I mean, I mean, how are you going to bully somebody that you see is a light? I mean, and
Exactly.
if they bully me, that's how I really do believe in, hey, I'm a child of God. You don't want to mess with me because that's on you.
That's true. But don't worry. If anyone bullies you, just come and tell me. I will handle it. I will handle it. I will handle it for you. It's very easy. It's very easy. I will flex. I will use the powers that you gave me. I will definitely use them very responsibly. um just trying to like finish that question on your YouTube channel. Where do you see this channel? What kind of direction do you want to take in terms of your content creation? Because I know you are still a very new channel, but some of the things that you're learning right now is really the dynamics of a video, uploading, edits, and these kind of things. Networking, like now I'm sure you network a lot, because I've seen you support a lot of people in the community. So those are like things that you're learning right now. You're learning the ropes. But when you sit down with yourself, how do you feel like you're going to share your light using your channel? Because it's a good platform to share your light. It's a good platform to share your testimony, and your channel is going to grow because of that testimony. People come and watch your content because they are appreciating the story. They are seeing, they could either be seeing a version of themselves in your story, and that's why they relate to it. So what are some of the aspects you see that you're going to like bring in terms of content as you keep growing the channel?
I'm very much of a supportive person, so I want to keep supporting others
Mm,
through my channel, and I want to grow more and share more and connect more with people, and that
yeah.
way I can continue to help them grow as well as myself grow, right? And we can
Mm,
grow together because we are stronger together. And that's the main thing. You know, continue to share more of myself and just show people that just because there is darkness, you can still have hope that that darkness is not always going to be there. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and I can only do that by continuing to help support and help show hope. And that's what I want to share. I want to share and continue to be out here and grow and learn how to do those things, right? But just reach everybody that I can to let them know that yes, there's a lot of darkness. Yes, there's a lot of things going on in this life, but we can continue to show the light. Light can overcome darkness. And that's what I want to show. I want to show that it doesn't matter how dark it looks right now.
mm,
Continue having hope. Continue pushing forward because that light will come through. There's only, that's the only way, like, how a diamond is created under pressure, but it
mm.
comes out to the light, and that's how I want to continue to show that. I want to continue to show hope, that don't lose hope. Keep going because you don't see it right now, but you're still breathing. As long as we have breath, we can still keep trying. And that's
I
what I
love.
want to show. That's what I want to show. That's what I want to prove, right? I want to prove that as long as I have breath, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna keep trying to push. And if you don't think you can do it, look at me and come with me. I'll take you to the gym with me, and you can you
I
Just
love
like
that.
you took us yesterday, and you were showing your yoga and how to bend, and you're gonna show me, some beginner ways.
Of course. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Guys, if you have any question for Joe, this is the time now I can open the panel for any questions. So anybody who may have any particular question for Joe. The first comment I see here from Riaz is saying, always remember the people you see on the way up, they will be the same people you will see on the way down. Facts, facts, facts. Preach. Anybody who has any question, you can drop it on the chat so that I can now highlight it for her so that she's able to like respond. In case you have any curious question about her journey, what she has shared with us here, spirituality, family, the Hispanic community and the African community, you have that, there are those similarities about how the families tend to be very close knit. And I like how you brought out the aspect of your sisters, your brothers. I totally love that because I was like, yeah, I see a lot of similarities between your family and our side of the ground. So I think
That's actually who called me. It was my mom texts me and says, "Are you done with your interview?"
exactly. So it's a very interesting scenario. There's something you talked about, and I just want to like just do a follow up based on that. I'm kind of done with the maybe my questions, unless now there's anything else you want to say. You may be having your notes there, and I'm like, Goga, why you not telling me to say my notes? Why you not Goga? I also have my notes. Just kidding. In terms of like the how you maintain your lifestyle right now, there are those daily habits that now you live by. It is, you talked about it, going to the gym. It is eating in a certain way. It is, you're being very intentional in terms of some of the things you do to keep the gains of that transformation. What is a typical day in the life of Jo Delani like, in terms of staying the course of transformation? What are those things, daily habits, strategies that you use to just stay fit and keep the healing going?
The things that I mentioned to you one day,
Mm,
um, I wasn't an athlete of a child, so I had
mm,
to learn to to change my lifestyle because there's one thing that I've always used the hashtag, it's a lifestyle, it's not a diet. You know, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. So
yeah.
I don't consider myself on a diet, or I don't consider myself on this certain diet or that certain diet. I consider what I'm putting in my body, is
Mm,
it healthy for me, right? And now it's only been since 2022 I am plant-based. I wouldn't call myself vegan. I wouldn't call myself vegan because I do like cheese. I do like,
me too. Me too.
okay,
I love
so
cheese.
I can't say I'm vegan, but I'm plant-based. I have not had meat. Um, I do. So I'm probably pescatarian because I do eat crab. I do eat seafood, right?
Mm,
So I guess they would call it pescatarian. But but it's not even a matter of that. It's just a matter of me, what I put in my body, right? Um, and I also changed my lifestyle that if I don't work out, I miss it.
mm,
That is how I live my life now. I mentioned to you about, I have ailments in my knees and things like that. So I
yeah.
feel that if I don't move my body, it gets stiff. And I've always, that's one thing I teach, how I teach my son is I tell my son, our bodies are like a machine. If you don't
Mm,
water it, if you don't fuel it, if you don't move it, it's going to stiffen. It's not going to move. It's not going to have the fuel it needs to move. And that's how I try to teach my son about things. That is in my teaching process, right? But so I now change my lifestyle to,
mm,
I work out. I I know I always go back to this, but because I am single, I'm going to mention if somebody asks me for a date and you ask me
Ooh.
to go out to dinner, I mean, that's not something that interests me, right? Because I know food you use as love, right? That's how I show my love, right? Because I'll cook and I'm a very good cook, by the way. So I know my bestie, if you go look at the comment, my bestie said he was telling you to ask me about my cooking. I'm very good at cooking. I cook, very well. Ask Joe about her cooking skills. I cook very well. And that's the whole thing. But I'm gonna
Why,
cook.
Joe, why is SBK laugh? You know, SBK has asked me, Goga, can you ask Joe about her cooking skills? And then SBK puts these laughing emojis. Um, what is SBK? What is SBK trying to say? Because the emojis wouldn't have been put there. So
He
SBK is
eats a
coming from
lot.
somewhere.
He eats a lot. He eats a lot. So cooking for him is like cooking for a whole army, right? But he doesn't know that you can still eat a lot and eat good. So he has this thing where he doesn't like onions. He doesn't like fresh onions. Okay?
Ooh.
He eats like a toddler. So he can't see onions. If he sees the onions, he's not gonna eat it. Okay? So but onions are good for you, right? So you learn different things. You learn different ways to put onion, but you don't have to see it, right?
I
And
know,
so you blend it.
I like the story of onions because when I was in yoga school in India, we the during the training for like the 1 month I was there, and I've been there twice. The food doesn't have onions, it doesn't have garlic, it's not spicy because it's they call it a sattvic diet. You have to be on a certain diet during the training. So I remember onions was a very controversial thing, especially with my Western classmates, because they were like, wait, there are no onions in this food. So, but I learned later there was a reason there was no onions in a yoga student's food. I will
Wow.
discuss it. I will discuss it some
Oh,
other day. But I don't want to mention it right now.
uh,
Then Tikat says Joe gets me about my diet. Tikat is just trying to say, Joe, stop lying. What did you say about the diet? Why do you? Yeah.
I did on her about her diet because she doesn't eat. You need to eat a certain. Like I don't. That's why I don't. I told you I'm not in a. It's not about the diet. It's about the lifestyle, right? So
That's true.
you can eat however you want to eat, but just eat good and eat. Make sure you have a balanced diet. You're getting a little bit of everything. You're getting your protein. You're getting your, everything, right? Just make
Yeah.
sure you're staying healthy. And that's what I do. I try to make sure that I'm being healthy. I make sure that I'm trying to get my protein. I'm trying to get everything in my body to keep my
Mm.
body going. Um, but also moving, right? Also moving. Also, I I haven't gone to the gym today and I miss it, right? I usually don't go on the weekends because I go to the gym Monday through Friday, and so I just have
Wow.
ways that I do things, right? And so my weekends are my rest days, Sundays for sure, right?
Makes sense.
But
Then there's Yeah, I'll come back to that. There's a very beautiful comment here from Destiny. Destiny Forever Walks. I love the name. Destiny Forever Walks, PhD. Yo,
mm,
need to add my PhD after my name there. Anyway, just kidding. Just realize I can say Goga PhD. It sounds like a vibe. Guys, you'll have to know that I'm a doctor. Anyway, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Joe, what makes your perfect pearl within the oyster so much beautiful and priceless than others? This is putting you on the spot. You have a lot of value and worth. It's a question and it's a very powerful compliment as well. That is written. That is definitely a PhD for sure. Um.
I want to
Okay.
answer that.
Yeah.
Do you know that a pearl was actually a speck of sand? It was a
Mm.
speck of sand that got caught in that shell, and it that shell was winding and winding and winding that speck of sand. And the more that it wound up and it stayed in the shell, it turned into something beautiful. And so that is my life. That was that child in my life. And I just continued to be wound, and I didn't know, and I was in that shell, and I had to unveil that shell and show that I am a pearl. And you know that a pearl is actually the stone of June of my birthday. If you look up the stone of, there's stones and there's flowers for every month, you
Yeah.
know, and that is my birth month stone, a pearl. And so that's what everything I've gone through has actually made me into who I am today. And that's why I can't regret, right? That's why I can't regret what I've gone through. I embrace it and I love it.
Wow. Wow. I like how she answered that question. Destiny, even you, I'm sure you're very impressed. Destiny, I'm sure you are impressed because I loved how she said it. She said, "Do you know how her pearl is created?" And I just love that analogy. I've not even thought about it that way. That it was a process. It was a process before it became that precious stone.
Stone.
We are all processes. We are all processes,
We
Joe, and I
are.
think we are processes. And I like one. Sometimes my mentors one of my mentors always like puts me on the spot, and I like telling my mentor that you do know I'm a process. I am a process. I like to think of myself as a process, not a destination, because when I become a destination, my ego will kick in and I will think I've arrived. But when I stay as a process, it will make me have the humility to learn and keep
Exactly.
being better. So I like that story about the pearl. I like that story about the pearl. Oh my goodness, it's so
I
beautiful.
was
It's a very
amazed when I saw that come across. I was like, wow, a pearl is
yeah. It
actually my birth month.
it is beautiful. It is very beautiful. It is very beautiful. Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm still taking the questions to the co-host. I've asked the one by T-Cat. I've asked the one by Destiny. SBK asking about cooking skills. Darlene says, Joe, I'm on your front door. I can keep the conversation while you cook. Is there anybody on there? Is there anybody on your door? Just confirm. Darlene may have actually just reached your door. Is there anybody on your door knocking or maybe ringing the bell? Just confirm. And then young Ria says my only options is halal food and vegan and seafood. Hey, Riaz has a very refined taste. Seafood. Yo. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Any other question you guys have? Any other questions you guys have on the chat? I don't see any other question. Joe, you're my co-host. Have you seen any question that I may have skipped? I know you're getting a lot of compliments.
Destiny commented and she said, perfect answer. Thank you
Okay.
so much for the question, Destiny.
It was a very beautiful answer. It was a very beautiful answer. India, nice to see you guys. Guys, have you connected to Joe? Have you connected to Joe? We are now taking the questions. We are taking the questions, guys. I see Mrs. Service Hot Kitchen. Thank you so much, Service Hot Kitchen. Let me I will talk about service after the interview. I have receipts with service. I will talk about service. I will talk about service later because service got me into not trouble, but service got me into some beautiful trouble this morning. Destiny says, perfect answer, Joe. And I have the story of how the pearl is created. I love the story of how the pearl is created. Beautiful, authentic, and definitely you, sis. Thank you so much. I love it. Even I love it. I love it. I love it. Joe, you have these moments where you drop like some very strong gems, they're very like profound. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. And I like how you brought it out. I like how you brought it out there. I like how you brought it out there.
Carl
Any question?
Shield.
Yeah, Carl is watching us from. Carl is from Ireland. Welcome, Carl. Nice to see you, Carl, from Ireland. Thank you so much for coming in. I thought I saw Tamika there. India, America is in the building. Yes, your girl from Texas is here. Thank you so much, America. Have you connected to Jo Delani? Have you connected to Jo Delani? Everybody is on the other side. We are watching the stream from her channel. So I've kicked everybody out of this place so that they can go support her. We are on a mission. We go support her. You subscribe to the channel and you watch the live stream from there. And then when we finish the interview, I will bring you back. She will raid you back here. She will raid you back here. She'll put you on an Uber raid back here. On an Uber raid
Oh,
back
you
here.
have to teach me how to do that. I know you have a whole video on it.
No, don't worry. You are fine. You are safe. You are safe. I will start worrying about it the day you get 1,000 subscribers. Then I will tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. So for now you are safe. They will just walk. They will just walk or take an Uber or take a boat or something. For now you are safe. For now you are safe. For now you are safe. Texas in the
Mr.
house.
President.
Yeah, everyone saying thank you, everyone. This was a great show. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, and thank you, Jo. Jo, why were you like? You see, we've been. Can you imagine you've been with me for 2 hours?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at how time flies. Like you've been, and you are very anxious. Like yesterday, like Goga. So look at you, 2 hours and still on, and people are engaging and enjoying the conversation and asking questions. You've done amazing. You've done amazing. You've done amazing.
Thank you so much. I can't believe I was so nervous. I don't know why, but I told you yesterday I was like, I'm so nervous. I don't know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I like how you between shorts, videos, and live streams. Which ones have been your favorite to do? I know you've only done like 2 live streams. You've done a lot of shorts and you've done 3 videos. Which one? I know you're enjoying the shorts more for sure, clearly. But yeah, let me get your answer.
Honestly, yesterday I was driving because I've been traveling this weekend, and Goga, you know what I did? I turned on the video camera and I just started talking. I started talking to myself, trying to teach myself to just talk because Goga, I can talk, okay? I can just talk. And so I turned on the video. Okay, I'm not gonna share the video, okay?
It's
I'm not gonna share it, but
understandable.
at one point though, I did get on live. I When I was leaving my house, I got on live for a little while. I
Yeah.
think it was only 40 minutes, and I went live. I didn't put it public though. You can't go see it. I know.
Uh,
Selena.
Hey, Selena, the person with the same name thrice. Like I love it. Selena times 3. Like that's beautiful. Selena. Hey, Goga. This is a nice name, by the way. I'm getting ideas. Yeah, Selena repeated her name 3 times. That's from Joe's community. We are meeting, and I like your community as well, Joe. You know, I told you we are aligned because it really felt right when I approached you because I was like, I loved your energy, and then there's just some spirit about you. And I can see it also radiating through your community because you know some of the people I know in the community, and they're people I really respect, and they're very peaceful people. They're people who are really committed to like keep shining the light to others. So it was a very good decision. It was a good decision.
I'm humbled. I'm just amazed. Really, it's one of those things, Goga, like I tell you, I don't it I will see in someone else before I see something in myself. And so when you've asked me if you wanted to interview me, I was like, shut up. I thought you were joking,
Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you guys what happened. I sent a message on Instagram, and then this is how Joe responds. Guys, Joe doesn't type messages to respond. She does a whole video. I'm like, what's wrong with this woman? I literally wrote. I've written like a lot of text. Like guys, I typed a lot of things, and then she responds with a whole video, 3 of them. Videos. And I was like, this one can be, does she know that she can be making content with these videos that she's using to like, she literally writes you a message on a video. Hi, Goga. No, 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 no. It's a whole thing. I was like, but I loved it. It was very different, but very unique. But it also gave me insights into who you are as a person. And I totally like really say thank you for that. They made me laugh. They made me smile. It was a long day at the office, but I was like, wow.
Okay, see, and that's my whole point. If you don't smile when you come over to Jo Delani, then something's wrong with you. That's what I want. I want to make people smile, because I don't want to cry. And hold on. And if I cry, I'm crying and it's a good thing. You
It's a good
know?
thing. It's a good
Yes,
thing.
it's not always a bad thing to cry. It's shedding, it's shedding, it's releasing, and it's not always a bad thing to cry. So I know I told you I'm a crybaby, but it's a good thing, right?
100%,
Yeah,
100%, 100%,
I
100%.
want you to
Uh,
smile.
yeah. And I like how guys are just relaxed and enjoying the environment. Great atmosphere. Are we at 60 thumbs ups yet, Genesis? Genesis, I know was trying to push. Are we at 60 thumbs ups for Joe? Because we need to make sure we are there. Just checking, just checking, just checking.
We're at 59.
59. Hey, guys, 60 thumbs ups there. 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 Destiny says, I have truly enjoyed this live panel and chat. Blessings and love, everyone. Remember to live your life intentionally and on purpose. Enjoy your day, everyone. I love that. I love that.
Thank
It's
you
very,
so
very.
much, Destiny.
Thank you. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you, Destiny. And I really appreciate the beautiful compliment. Thank you so much, Destiny. Thank you so much. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Get those thumbs ups to 60. You want to get those thumbs ups to 60. It's necessary. Get those thumbs ups to 60. And then my final questions will just be basically as we wrap up. This is going to be like a freestyle. You may choose to make it like the Sunday service. It can be a sermon, but don't make it like a 1 hour sermon. It can be a sermon, but you know, as we come to wrap up the conversation with you, because you've been here with me for 2 hours, and I really take that's like really a big deal, and I just want to say thank you so much for just sharing that time. That would have been your precious Sunday that you would have spent doing other things, but you spent it with us, and you are sharing with us your story. Is there anything else you'd like to share with all these 34 people who are watching us right now across both channels? And it can be anything about health, it can be anything spiritual, just the life lessons, and then we'll be able to release you after that.
Goga, I want to just share and make sure that everybody knows that, I know so many people are out there and they see that there's so much darkness. I know I mentioned there's so much darkness, and we're going through all over the world. We're going through so much, right, in the world. And I know that there is so much, and it brings people down. It brings people. I heard something on a panel the other day, and they were, they wake up upset, you know, but the fact that you woke up, the fact that you have breath in your lungs, that's something that I wake up and I just thank God that I have that breath. I thank, I give thanks, and I have to give gratitude that I'm able to wake up. And if I'm able to wake up, then I can put one foot in front of the other and try to do something good, something positive, because there's too much ugliness in this world. And if we can just keep trying, and if you can just look at me and see hope, and see that, if you can just do that, if you can see that there is still hope, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what other people are going through, just continue to seek hope. And I really, really want to, push that forward, right? And I thank you, Murray, I thank you for coming from church and listening, because that is something that I was doing before I came on here, right? I'm praising and I'm worshiping because I have to keep seeking hope, right? I don't want to look at the darkness and think that there's no hope. I want to see that, hey, if I can do it, Goga, anybody can do it because I'm no better than you. I'm no better than the next person. I'm as humble as anyone else, and I want to just, if I can, if I can show you that there is hope, then I want to continue doing that. I want to continue sharing that light, and just showing that, hey, I can meet somebody in Kenya and collaborate with them, and we're not from the same upbringing, but we have similarities because we have that connection, that we can connect, even though, yes, some people don't believe, and some people, and but just keep having faith and keep having hope, and don't give up on the next person. And that's what I want to continue to share, and that's what I want to continue to share on my channel too.
Seek hope. Guys, I don't think I want to dilute the elegance of the powerful words that she just said. It was very beautiful. It was very uplifting. And, I just want to say thank you so much just for gracing us with the time, the 2.5 hours that you've been here with us. It's not something that I take for granted. India is saying that Guga, I just came from church and I feel like I've attended 2 Sunday services today, because she says this feels like a serious service for her, and so she's really appreciative of that. And then Destiny dropping some gems again. The universe loves gratitude. When you show how grateful that you are, regardless of what you're going through, the universe will favor you with more of the good that you desire. Oof. Facts.
That's true.
Darlene saying amen there. And then, yes, you, Jo, are the head and not the tail. Now people are giving you a compliment. This is one thing the tribe likes doing. They're giving you now your compliments here and your flowers. Jo Delani, what can you say about dancing? Do you love to dance? Okay, that was random, but okay, it's a question still.
I love to dance, and I love that little move that you
Ooh!
have with your shoulder that you showed the other day. You got up and you showed your shoulder.
Jo, I don't know
Show
what
us
you're
that.
talking about. Jo,
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jo. I don't know what you're talking about. We are not playing that.
You actually got up. You got up from your chair and you were showing the little move. Hey,
Yeah,
what you put out on YouTube doesn't ever go away.
I know. That's like, what are you talking about? Jo, let it go.
But yes, I can dance. I can
You
dance.
know, Sassy Global Concepts is asking you that question because she's a great dancer. This one can dance
Whoa.
even for 2 hours. So for her, she's now already seen the collaboration potential here. Like, wow, she can. The co-host can dance, huh? Good. So I'm sure she's going to look for you, and she's already connected to your channel. She's already
You
connected to
see,
your channel.
Genesis just said it's all in the shoulder.
Yeah. And then India says, food for my soul host. It makes my week ahead so much better. And I love that. That's what Jo Delani said when she started the live stream, that her mission is to shine the light. And that is why you are seeing that powerful background. Just block the camera so that they can see it again. That's why you are seeing that powerful background there, that she views as a channel and her space as a lighthouse, trying to shine the light and radiate that light to other people. So that's why you're seeing that beautiful background there. So I'm glad that she has achieved the mission. I'm glad she understood the assignment. And I'm glad you guys are appreciating her for it. Thank you so much for the 60 thumbs ups. Thank you so much for the 60 thumbs ups. Jo, you just got 60 thumbs ups on your first live stream with me, the collaboration.
Thank you
So
so much.
congratulations. The next thing and the last thing I'm going to ask you to do before I release you is most people are
It's
not
for me
good
to
at
dance.
this. Yeah, most people are not good at this. And you're probably going to say, Guga, don't put me on the spot. I'm going to give you a chance to promote yourself. Most people, when you tell them to promote themselves, they just like, Goga, I don't like talking about myself. Da, 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 da. They just like go all. Uh, None of my course knows how to handle that question for some reason. So I'm going to give you like a moment to promote yourself, promote your channel. The people who are watching you here, the people who have not connected already, convince them on why they should like connect to Jo Delani, the other JD, but we'll call her Jo. But I like JD because I know we already have anywhere, anytime JD, but now we have another JD who is Jo Delani. So I love dancing to Jo. I live with music inside me every day, and I dance every day to that sweet music that comes from my soul. Keep dancing, Jo. Hey, Jo, you need to have a conversation with Destiny on your lives. You
Yes.
need to like do a collaboration. I think you guys are you are very aligned. Like I love those will be very powerful conversations in terms of sharing your
Destiny,
life.
even if you go to her channel, she dances on her treadmill. Yes, she
Ah,
does. She
see,
dances on the treadmill.
I am glad. I am glad. These are people I'm going to like stalk after this, and I'm going to look for them because those are people I need to be connected to. This is the kind of energy I want because just from Destiny, I can already see that conversation happening, and potentially another future collaboration. You never know. You never know. You
Right.
never know. So without further ado, let me give you a chance to just also promote the channel, drum up support for your channel. This is your free marketing tool as the co-host. Do it, do it, do it.
Honestly,
I will leave you on the camera alone for that.
I don't know why you put me on the spot, but like I said earlier, I'm not fake. I'm not trying to put up any facade or anything. And I'm Jo Delaney. I'm not. I don't know what to say about myself other than I've lost 350 pounds and I'm still going. Uh, I'm I'm about to be 53 years old. I have been here half a century, um, and I just want to continue to grow with you and just share my light and continue to share my light and continue to help my my tribe and my family continue to grow, and we are stronger together. And so that is my main point. Everything that I do is very genuine, and I don't I'm so humbled and I'm so thankful to be here. I'm so thankful to Goga for even wanting to just interview me. I mean, I'm very, very humbled. I'm very, very, I don't see myself as someone that needs to be interviewed. I see myself someone that wants to serve and continue to help you grow. That's how I see myself. And if I can help you, that is making me happy, honestly. Anything that I can do to help someone else, that makes me happy. But I know in turn, right, it helps me, I guess. But my whole vision or my whole reason is to help you. And that's why I'm here. That's why I want to help Goga, right? Hopefully I helped Goga in some way. I don't know if I did. But that's my whole purpose. So if you follow me, you you can come and you can learn that all I want to do is live a positive, healthy lifestyle. That is what I want to do. That is what I want to do.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, a good story is good, as I always tell you, until another one is told. This was Jo Delani. I think I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but I know
Delaney.
it's, yeah, Delani. So that is Joe's story, and I think it was one of the most beautiful conversations we've had. So many conversations about healing, so many conversations about like transformation. Morgan, thank you so much for the raid. Hey, you see, Joe just came and I'm being blessed. Thank you so much, Morgan, for the raid. Thank you so much, Morgan, for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, speaking of the raid, Joe, do you have access to your YouTube? Because I want you to like put
Yes.
people on an Uber raid, and then we'll end your show, and then they can jump here, and then they can come back here as I promised. So
Yes.
Genesis, I want you to type on Joe's chat Uber raid to Goga, and then you put my live stream link, so that when Joe's live stream ends, she will throw all of you back to my live stream, so that you can come and network. We discuss receipts. I give you the affirmation, and then we can go home. Okay. What did I say? Go home. You get the point. Yeah. Yes. So you come. So Joe is going to put you guys on a raid because she's at 200. If you have not subscribed to Jo Delani, please jump there real quick and connect to her before she like sends us on the raid. Before she sends you guys on the raid, because once her live stream ends, you'll have to click the link and it will throw you back to my live stream, and then we can do our domestic issues here before we go. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Studio. No. Joe, just on your YouTube. Just open your YouTube like you're watching your own live stream, and then
Okay.
on the chat, then Genesis is going to type something, and then you'll be able to pin it. You can just pin Genesis. I've given Genesis the text to type, and then for the raid, Uber raid to Goga or something like that, and then we can end the live stream. Yeah, go home from this. Yeah, she's just typed it. Uber raid to Goga. So she said Uber raid to Goga. Just pin that latest comment by Genesis, and then we have you say bye, and then I will end your live stream on the other side, and then so that you don't have to deal with my unnecessary conversations here now. Post your interview. All right.
You see it?
Let me see. Did you get it? Yes, you did it. You did. Let me tell you guys, this is an addendum to the interview. This lady is so tech savvy. Let me tell you. Yesterday I was having a pre live streams pre live stream call with Joe. She had already set up these things, and I'm like, why did you even have this call again? Why did you even have this? She's very tech savvy. She was doing those things even before I tell her, and I was like, are you in tech or something? And then she said, yes, Goga, it's been 25 years. It's been 25 years. She's been in tech in 25 years. So she was very savvy in those things, like, okay, Goga, I've done it. What else am I supposed to? I'm like, oh, wait, you've already done it? And then I am waiting to give her instructions, and she's already like done all these things. It was the most amazing experience. So I think you're going to have a very good time on YouTube. Generally, you're going to have a very good time on YouTube.
Thank you.
You're going to have a good time on YouTube. The last thing I want you to do before you drop, because I'm going to release you after this, and then I will have a debrief with you tomorrow.
Okay.
So the last thing I want you to do before you drop is, because you're a spiritual person and you believe in your faith. So I'm just going to ask you to give us a prayer just to end the month of June. A lot of things are happening right now in the world, and people here come with very different things. The same way people send you messages to pray for them, I want you to pray for us as content creators, because we are dealing with a lot of things. We are coming to the end of June, which is literally half of 2024 is gone. Half of 2024 is gone, and we are seeing this beautiful transformation. You've lived through this transformation, and guys, this was the story entirely. So I want you to just commit us into the faith, and just give us that final prayer. Then you can say your bye, and then I will tell the people to come back to my live stream, and then I will end your live stream there so that it can Uber read them here. All right. So
Yes.
without further ado, I will give you the floor.
Thank you so much. First, I have to give you thanks, Goga. I really thank you. I really, you have no idea. But if we can, well, first, right now, Father, I come to you right now. I don't know how many people listening to me right now, and people who will hear me at another date. But I have to come and give you thanks. I give you thanks, Father. I give you thanks because I am very, very humbled, and I'm very, very not worthy. I'm not, but I have to give you thanks for this opportunity to show you living through me. And I thank you. I come to you giving you thanks for the people that are listening to me. First, I want to ask forgiveness for anything that I have said that has not pleased you. And I have to come to you and ask you for everyone that is hearing the sound of my voice. I come to you, first of all, I thank you for every person that is able to hear me at the sound of my voice. That means they have the opportunity, they have the ability to hear me. That means they have something that they have been blessed with to be able to hear me. So I thank you. I thank you for the connections that I made today. I thank you for every person that was able to take time, take time to just out of their time. Time is very precious that you have given us. And I'm so thankful that they were able to take the time to listen to me, to listen to my story, to listen to my testimony that you have given me in my life. And I hope that they can take with them, they can take anything that I have said to help them in their journey, to help them in their life, to help them in their moment that they have been blessed with, and that they can see that every moment is a blessing. And I'm so thankful. I pray for everyone that we have come to this point. We have come in 2024 and we have spent this time up to now. And yes, we've gone through so much to get to this point. I know we have gone through so much. We have, I don't know what everybody has gone through, and I don't need to know. That is for them to know between you and them. But I am thankful that we have made it to, we are here today. We have made it through. And I want them to know that even though they went through something rough, even though they went through something rough when they woke up today, there is hope and they can continue to make it through everything that they've gone through, everything that we will go through. Lord, I pray and I place it under your covering. I pray and I cover every single person that is listening to me at the sound of my voice. I pray that you cover them, that you cover them with your blood, that they are covered from the top of their head to the bottom of their feet, and that they feel you, that they feel you, and that they know that you are with them, even in that darkest place, that they know that you are with them and they can make it through. And I'm thankful, Lord. I pray that they go from this moment and they continue to seek in their journey, and they continue to seek every single day, and knowing that you are always with them. That is the main thing. You are always with us. Even when I get to the place where I know my Father is resting with you now, and I get lonely, and I know that sometimes I wish he was here with me, but I know that he is in a better place. And I want them to understand, everyone who can hear me, I want them to understand that they are not alone. You are always with us. And I have to remember that for myself too. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Amen. Are you
Amen.
still there?
Thank you so much. Amen. Amen and amen. And everyone said amen. Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much for the. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Thank you for like the uplifting messages. Thank you for the uplifting, you know, word of advice that you gave from your counsel. I'm looking forward. What are you planning to do on your birthday? Because you are turning 53. That's not mean feat. So what are you planning to do for your birthday on Saturday?
I don't have I don't have any plans. I'm traveling back home, and
Okay.
so I really don't have any plans. I'm gonna go today and see some family,
Nice.
but I don't have my. We are actually traveling right now all week, so I took vacation from work.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's, I'm celebrating all week. Just not having to work, and so that's all. I'm not nothing special.
No worries. Thank you so much. It was such an honor. I would have anyway. I will keep what I wanted to say to myself. I will surprise you with it probably later on. Thank you so much for the time. May you have an amazing rest of the day. Um, to the people who are watching from Joe's side, I'm going to raid you back here. So you're going to click on the pinned link in the next 1 minute. We are going to end the live stream on Joe's side. So click on the link that Joe has pinned there by Genesis, Uber raid to my place. When you land to my channel, you will find me live here. You come and type, you'll type, what do you want them to type? Jo Delani, what is your preferred name that you want them to type when they
Jo
land?
Raid. Jo Raid.
Raid. Yeah, you type Jo Raid. Hey, your instructions have been given. When you land here on from Joe's live stream, you will be typing Jo Raid. So you're going to be, she's going to like do an Uber raid here, and then you're going to type Jo Raid. She's typing for you there on the chat. So Joe, when you're ready, just tell me when to end your live stream, and then they can jump on the Uber to the live stream here. We discuss receipts, and then we can I can send them out. Yeah, there you go, Joe. 3 yellow purple hearts, Jo Raid, 2 yellow purple hearts. That's what you're going to type when you land here. So I'm giving you, can you do that in like you do that in like 2 minutes? Because I know you guys are going to get excited over the Uber raid. So I give you 2 minutes to do that. So Jo Raid, that's what you're going to type when you land here. So Joe, when you're ready, do I have your blessing? You can just say bye, and then I will end your live stream, and then they will click on the pinned link. Boom! It will bring them directly to this live stream. So just click on that link. It will bring you directly here. All right?
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to listen to me. I thank you. I really thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. All right, guys. So I have to end the live stream on that side. So you take the Uber raid. It will bring you directly to my live stream. And then we can wrap up the show here. And then we'll do the rest here when you come. All right. In 3, 2, 1.